Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Spinning in circles, chasing the sun, fighting these battles, but what have we won? Everybody's talking, nobody hears, drowning in anger, drowning in fears. We're drawing lines, building up walls, forgetting the love that lives in us all. It's time to slow down, take a deep breath, 'cause there's so much more to life than this mess. Oh, we need to chill, find some peace of mind, take a step back, leave the hate behind. Can't you see the world is calling for change? Let's spread some love, let's rearrange. The heart of the planet beats the same for you and me. So let's chill out and find some world peace. The world's a reflection of what we put out. If we lead with love, there'll be less doubt. We're stronger together when we unite. A little kindness can turn wrongs into right. No more division, no more pain. We've had enough of the hurt and the blame. But let's rise above it, hand in hand. We'll build a world where love can stand. Oh, we need to chill, find some peace of mind, take a step back, leave the hate behind. Can't you see the world is calling for change? Let's spread some love, let's rearrange. The heart of the planet beats the same for you and me. So let's chill out, find some world peace. Imagine a world where love leads the way, where no one's afraid to be who they are today. No more borders, no more fights, just the power of love shining bright. So let's slow it down, let's heal this place. We're all just people running the same race. The future's waiting, and it's ours to create. With peace in our hearts, it's never too late. Oh, we'll chill out, find the peace we need. Spread it like fire, plant the love as a seed. One world, one heart, that's how we'll be. So let's chill out, find some world peace. Yeah, let's chill out, world peace. Let's chill out for world peace.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. I just realized my camera is really screwed up there. But, well, welcome. We're doing the JD Vance versus Tim Walz debate tonight for the Cigar Lounge. With me, I got Resolute Germ. How are you doing?
I'll clear the bile out of my throat after that song.
Oh, come on. Call for world peace. How can you not like it? With me, I got Sci-Fi... with us also, we got Sci-Fi Cynthia. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Just can't wait for Governor Walz to reinforce the stereotype that all Minnesotans have gorillas worth intelligence.
Oh,
hey,
you're just asking to get booted off the... Oh, you're just asking to get... I mean, granted, we did elect fucking Ilhan Omar, but come on, man. That's not even my district.
Hey,
and I know Curtis said a bunch of...
as intelligent as a damn gorilla.
Hey, and to be fair, he's not even a true Minnesotan. He's a fucking Nebraskan who spent 10 years or whatever in China. And I don't criticize some stuff beforehand. I'm not sure if anybody said anything other about welcome Curtis Shelby. At least he liked my music there. I'm going to check YouTube there. Because StreamYard's been letting to delete the chats.
Well, and Gorilla, and just to take jabs on myself, because you'll say, well, at least with the Grissom Newsom as our governor, people will get the stereotype that Californians are lying slime balls that will say whatever they need to feel good.
Yeah, but you're a fucking Californian. With us, we got PvP. How are you doing?
Oh, not bad, Gorilla. How are you? How's everybody tonight?
Doing good. You just missed a new song I introduced.
I was actually listening to it. I just had to take my rent check over to the landlords across the road here, drop it off, and so I just got back. As you were playing that song, I heard it in the background while I was just coming in the door. So yeah.
Did you attach your Israeli pager to it for him?
Pager?
No. An Israeli pager.
No. I don't use pagers. I don't use pagers. I'm glad I don't.
No. It's the Israeli ones, the special ones that they sent to Hezbollah.
Yeah, well, my landlord seems to be a decent enough guy, so I don't think I'd want to do that to him.
All right. And welcome Suzanne next to you. She says, "Hello, girl and germ." And howdy. And welcome Store to Poopas Cuber. He says, "How humans and other critters?" And saying hello to everybody here.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. No, man, shit's just popping off in the Middle East today, and that's where I came up with the song. You got Iran just freaking going nuts on Tel Aviv. There, you got Israel invading Lebanon. There.
Yeah, I was watching that last night. They actually started invading Lebanon last night. I was watching a bit of that, and it said a limited ground exercise or something, the way they phrased it. So I actually saw one of the Israeli military guys did like a 2-minute broadcast, I guess, and he was saying like we're not against the Palestinian people. It's the groups that are being taking refuge in Palestine. They're causing the problems of the people we're going after, right? So
but if you look at history here, Russia's having a limited ground operation in Ukraine there. Israel's having a limited ground operation in the Gaza Strip. Hitler just had a limited military operation in the Rhineland, Austria, in the Sudetenland land. He didn't quite get that far.
It's not like every one of those is the same thing, right? I mean, there's subtleties involved. And I don't have a problem with Israel defending itself personally. I think I'll tell you one thing: if terrorist, assholes were shooting missiles into my country every other week, I'd be kind of pissed off and want to do something about it. Because that's not a way to live. I mean, the sad thing is this has been going on for 76 years or something since all this started, and it's just ridiculous. I just get tired of it. I mean. It's like, and they've had chances to settle it before. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I believe there were offers that Israel made to try and come, to some kind of settlement, with the Palestinians. But it was always, from what I've heard, rejected. So it's like, here we are today, right? So
every prime minister has literally made an offer.
Yeah. From what I hear, they did it at least 3 times in their 60 plus years of existence to the Palestinians, and the Palestinians each time said no.
Welcome. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just going to reply to Dan. It started, I think, around 1948 when all this mess started. So I wasn't even alive when this started. So yeah, it's a while back.
Oh yeah, no, this has been going on for 2,000 years.
Well, but yeah, as I say, I'm not an expert. I'd have to do a lot of scholarly research to make any further comments, really.
Hey, and welcome Watcher X. He goes, nothing burger thus far, no casualties. Well,
they have
Yeah, that they've announced. Make sure you let us know if you do anything on your channel so we can promote you late at the end of the stream. There, he goes, "How many generations will continue to fight?"
It depends on how long it takes for an empire to rise up. And put them
What was it, Tuesday? So, it's gonna be 1,000 years from next Tuesday.
Well, I would say
I think we'll figure it out a little bit sooner than that.
Well, I would say as long as they're greedy, self-righteous politicians or evil people just want to start wars for profit or just to cause more suffering, there'll always be those. And if they're still there in our society, there'll always be conflict and war for that.
The trouble with this, though, it's not really about greed so much as ideology. It's basically you've got the terrorists with their ideology that, I mean, they've stated, I don't know how many times I've heard them say, they want the destruction of Israel, plain and simple. So it's like it's pretty hard to negotiate when you have one side that's that extreme, right? And they are extremists, of course, because terrorists generally are nothing but extremists. So, anyway.
Oh yeah, it has nothing to do with the military industrial complex. Just continuously building them and putting lobbyists in and begging for fights.
Well, I don't think Israel.
Not as much as people may think.
Israel's not really begging for a fight; they're defending themselves, from what I see. So it's there's a different situation in different parts of the world, right? As far as what I see anyway.
Well, LDG, but your LDG, well, for PvP, by that logic, would you consider patriots or Americans during the Revolutionary War as terrorists? Then, if you consider,
I'm sure the British thought of them as terrorists. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got called traitors, treasonous, terrorists.
Well, of course, it depends on what side you're on and what your point of view is, right?
Yeah, they called it. They did not call it a war. They called it a rebellion, and they also called us a bunch of treasons and traitors. So they did not have to follow some military code of conduct of treating prisoners of war. Because they treated they considered us traitors and treasons.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's well. I mean, I guess.
Well, they weren't entitled to it.
Looking
they
at
were
it from
British
the British
citizens
side.
in rebellion, and the international rules at the time clearly spelled out what they could do to them.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's like I'm sure the British were considering you as terrorists during that conflict. I mean. Why wouldn't they? I mean, you wanted your freedom to separate, from the, England at the time, and the rest is history, as they say,
Yeah, and well, it's like, and sometimes I always hear about these thousands of prisoners of war. It's like as much propaganda as you get pumped into you about the enemy. They're like, why would you surrender? You'd almost have a worse fate than dying.
Well, I guess it probably depends on the circumstance, right? I mean, I guess if your soldiers, if you were in a position so bad that you figured you were pretty much 100% dead anyway, I suppose that's probably when you would consider surrendering, right? But surrendering doesn't guarantee nothing, though. I mean, all through history, people that surrender. Well, I mean. I think I've even read somewhere during World War I the Canadians would massacre prisoners, at times.
Yeah.
So
you guys have a horrible human rights.
Oh yeah, It's like
World Wars.
It's like people think Canada's this lily white, everybody's a nice guy country, and it's like, well, not really. We've got our dark moments too, like every other country.
The British knew how to poke you with a stick and drive you crazy, and then they pointed you at the Krauts.
Well, they let you do that with all the colonies. I mean, the Aussies were getting, the same treatment, I suppose, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, all they had to do was give them alcohol, and they went back.
Or you got the famous was it the Bhutan Death March, where they made the Americans walk 62 miles with no food or water to a prison camp.
That was
where you had the Soviets do the same thing.
Japanese, right?
It was the Japanese that made U.S. troops and over 100,000 Filipino civilians march.
Yeah,
well,
then The Soviets did the same thing. Only I don't know how far their march was for the Germans.
Yeah, well, I mean, war is a bad thing. War is something to be avoided. It's ugly business, and I mean, you can pretend you got all kinds of rules when it comes to a war, but ultimately, it's the rules become pretty optional. I'd say after a certain point, right?
Hey, it's only a war crime if you lose.
or if you get caught,
Exactly.
or if you get caught.
No, you have to
Nah.
lose.
Uh,
If you're on top and there's no one there to challenge you anymore, who's going to prosecute?
Why do you think the United States never got charged with any war crimes in World War II? Because we're the only one that still had our military and our country still intact.
yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, the opposition were in no shape to complain, that's for sure.
Well, and Gorilla, well, you could be the same for the Soviets because, well, true, they took a hell of a bloody beating by the Germans, but they were able to push out the Germans out of their core territory. And as far as I know, they did not get charged with any war crimes, or did they? The Soviets?
No.
No, because they were on the
Well,
winning side. They
yeah.
picked the winning side.
Well, they were allies, I guess, at a certain point with the West.
It wasn't until 47 that they became. And then all of a sudden, the United States decided, "Fuck you."
Yeah, well, the thing is, too, was Stalin in power? He was during the World War II, right? I believe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, Stalin didn't turn out to be such a great guy. So I'm not surprised the West eventually, started to realize it. And of course, then we got
they knew going in.
the Cold War. No, but
They
he
knew
was
Stalin
useful.
was a psychopath.
He was
going in.
useful during, yeah, but he was useful when he was
necessary.
fighting the Nazis, right? Because he kept them busy
Yeah.
on the Eastern Front while we were busy on the Western Front. And ultimately,
Yeah.
I mean, the Russians did, contribute to the war effort. I
Yeah.
mean, by keeping Hitler, fighting on two sides and sandwiching him in between.
All right.
Anyway,
Hey, sit there. Put the Cosby link in the chat for your people. I gotta pin it for mine.
All right.
oh,
Just gotta go to my cross stream channel. Let's see here. Yeah, well, I want to say that the Russians during that war, they suffered very brutally and bloodily during that war. They suffered over 25 million casualties.
oh yeah, that was horrible. I mean, what was it? Was it Stalingrad that was under siege for like a year or something?
Leningrad was under
Leningrad,
siege
okay.
for like a year.
I knew it was one of those grads.
Stalingrad is the one that they wanted to flatten. That's the
Okay.
one they tried flattening.
But I knew there was that one where it was a terribly long siege, and somehow the Russians held out and managed to survive. But it must have been hell what they went through. But of course, I
That
think it was
is
a lot
their
of the
traditionally military doctrine.
yeah.
Absorb
Well,
whatever comes at them, no matter what the cost in manpower,
Yeah.
and then counterattack.
Yeah, and also
They've
you
always had that advantage of you can literally kill millions and we'll just keep coming.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of Russians. Yeah.
Hey, they did they're a fan of the Zap Brannigan the Zap Brannigan what would you call it method, the Zap Brannigan method. Just send wave after wave of your old men.
Well,
And
I
China
mean,
did that
Stole
too.
it from.
And China did that too.
Well, if you got enough men, I guess you can have that kind of strategy, right? I think it was the Russian winter that did a lot of the Germans in, though. I mean, Hitler was dumb enough to send his troops into Russia, when winter was coming on, and they paid a high price for that. I mean, because they weren't prepared, from what I've ever heard, when they
Yeah.
got into Russian territory. They were just basically the weather was killing a lot of them off at a certain point.
Yes.
They
And
tried going earlier, but they got hung up.
Hmm.
yeah, plus
Oh.
plus the mustache man did not go off by history, because if you actually learn from history, he would say that Napoleon Bonaparte tried that, and now look what happened to his armies. Oh, he lost over 80% of his armies in Russia due to the weather.
It is the weather does end up killing them, but a lot of them don't make the mistake of factoring into weather. The Russians just hold out long enough so that the winter comes and completely fucks up everybody else.
Plus Russia are so damn massive. They could take the pounding or the hits because they're so damn massive too.
Yeah.
Country.
Well, massive in land size, but not in population, or it does. Like their whole GDP is about the size of Italy's.
What is the Russian population currently?
It was
More than
127
Europe.
million, but it's about 125 now.
Huh.
Well. Plus, it sort of depends what phase are you talking about. Are you talking about during the Soviet Union era, where they probably had about 250 million people, or are you talking about during the Russian Federation era, which is currently right now?
I'm talking about right now. They only have like 125 million because they lost I don't know how many millions of people in this war with Ukraine. They lost a good.
They have lost
good
less
chunk of
than
people.
10,000 people, and a good 75-80% of the casualties are on the Ukrainian side. There is 144 million people in Russia.
No, I heard the Russian casualties are higher.
Not really. There's been a lot of misinformation about that. They're taking a lot of hits, but nowhere near applicable to what the Ukrainians are losing. It's 4 or 5 to 1 for the casualty rate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
so
see.
basically, the Russians are, the stereotype in internationally is that the U.S. is the bull-headed soldier type. I say that's more like the Russian thing, though. Since the Russians are tough little soldiers.
Yeah. The Russians, it says up to an estimated 1 million estimated casualties during the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
That is awfully exaggerated. Those are probably numbers given by Ukraine.
Are you talking about wounded or casualties as well?
They said casualties, so.
They have even deployed 1 million men to Ukraine.
Yeah, I'm sure Stalin probably killed a lot more Russians than Ukraine ever will. When you think about it, it's like Stalin was, a real son of a bitch to his people, man.
Yes, he was. And so some will argue he probably was the worst of them was Mao. He murdered over 50 million plus people after the war.
Yeah. All right, people. 5 minute warning for the debate.
Okay.
I got it up on Cosby here. Do you need my Cosby link?
Yeah, I better find the Cosby link here, actually.
Yeah, I know LDG's in the... Or do you need it?
I think I could find it here. It looks like I'll just know in a second if it launches.
Hello, RRTNZ. Welcome. They made one of the classic mistakes. Never wage a land war in Asia. Yeah. And the other is never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Oh, the classic Princess Bride line, huh?
Hey, I'm old.
It looks like they're starting already, actually, Gorilla.
It's just news.
Okay, I've got it. I haven't clicked on the button yet. Anyway, it's just in the background, so no biggie.
All right, so what's our drinking game tonight?
Every time one of the candidates or one of the politicians in the debate says something stupid,
you die in the
come on.
Statement.
Okay.
I knew that would get a rise.
I'm limiting myself to these 2 bottles.
Okay. Hopefully it's decent quality stuff and not some of that horrible rod gut you were drinking and some of those shot-oramas.
Oh no. We're going patriotic tonight.
Oh, okay.
The red, white, and berry.
When is the Smirnoff patriotic for America? That seems a bit.
Hey! Produced by Smirnoff Company of Norwalk, Kentucky. And it's red, white, and berry. Red, white, and berry.
But it's vodka. It's not like, if you wanted to drink an American, form of alcohol, you'd be drinking like bourbon or something, man.
Or moonshine.
Hey! You got moonshine. Let me go pull out. That's another gift from my dad.
Oh, you
He
got
gave
some
me like
moonshine
30
there?
bottles. So, oh yeah.
Jeez, good dad, man. I gotta say.
Yeah, but then again, if Gorilla started drinking moonshine, shit, he'll be hammered so much that he'll be throwing up inside his bucket right now.
Yeah, I don't think I'd drink moonshine tonight. That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, state of Minnesota. That's just water. He's just calling it moonshine.
Oh, okay.
Nah, we got the old Smoky.
So, what do you suggest for a drinking game then, Gorilla? Something a lot more safe,
Uh,
I'm guessing.
How about this?
Well,
How about this? Each time the moderators interrupt the other side, which if that's the case, then the Gorilla
Yeah.
will be still drunk by the end
Yeah.
of this.
Hey,
live stream.
Brad Wolf, welcome.
Hello.
Brad Wolf.
No, but all right, for sure. Every time someone when they bring up the dog thing in Springfield, there. How about whenever Tim Walz lies about his rank? There, that could be 2 rules. Every time Waltz mentions that he was a teacher, those 3 rules. That should get us all pretty hammered.
Okay. Waltz teacher, Waltz military. Yeah.
Well, just that he lies about his rank, because he's constantly
Okay.
going on that he lies about his rank or lies about his military service there. And then,
Okay. Military
because he's
service.
done that quite a bit.
And we really don't need a third one because you're going to need a liver transplant.
Yeah. Oh, I throw the dog one in there because that's the one they're going to hammer JD Vance with.
They proved that was true.
All right, I'm on a. Yeah, but they're still going to bring it up. Is this it here?
So what was he doing with the dog? I'm unaware of this because I'm not an expert on your VP.
Less
So-
than- Go for it.
They're claiming that the Haitians were eating the dogs and cats in Springfield, which hundreds of residents have come out and said it's true. But one politician who is up for re-election this year claims it's false.
Who literally got all the reports. They were the ones they were complaining to.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
not just happening there; it's happening all across the country.
All right. So it looks like we're getting started here now. Tampon Tim is going to fill you up, Gorilla. At least you'll be too drunk to remember. Oh, yeah.
If you're lucky, you'll black out past the election, and you'll wake up sometime after the Civil War.
Hey, don't worry. I got that. I still left up that. What was it called? What'd you call it? Twilight Serenade. Oh, only one side's gonna get fucking muted. We already know that.
I guarantee. Yeah, they will mute Vance at least 3 times when he's
So
Yeah.
in the middle of making a very accurate, very good point.
So last time you had ABC, which was caught basically, cheating, from what
Yeah.
I've heard. So you switched to NBC tonight, did you, Gorilla?
Yeah, CBS.
Well, it's got NBC News on my screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, CBS is. That's CBS News Vice Presidential debate, but NBC might be the one hosting it. They didn't even shake hands.
What would you want to
Oh, they did.
tampon
Oh, they
Tim?
Civil, you have a right.
Civil debate. Don't you just love how delusional the mainstream media is these days? Living in this
Yeah.
little fantasy world where politics is civil.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Talk about being totally out of their minds.
We're out of
All
touch, in other words.
Alrighty, let's see. All right, better get the first shot ready.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
When they say they haven't shared topics or questions with the campaigns, they spent the last hour and a half going over the questions with Tampon Tim.
Yeah.
An illegal labor strike, mind you. Federal employees are not allowed to strike.
All right. Get ready to drink, people.
There we go.
I see tons of the bunch of the rockets hit. What are you talking about? Ugh.
That's just 1 or 2 week shipping from Russia. Motherfucker, that's going on right now.
Tell me, did Walz get a haircut before the damn debate?
Oh, you just lost the far left.
Oh,
Yeah.
Moira.
Hey, Moira, how's it going?
Hey, sugar. I was all surprised to see an invite. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be here as quick as I can.
Yeah. Holy crap, is he actually staying on topic?
What?
Oh, we're watching at Cosby.
Good. He's not very good at the ad lib thing, so he has to stick to what they wrote down for him.
Yeah.
I don't like
Tell me,
either.
is he reading a teleprompter?
There's no teleprompters. Just over rehearsed.
JD Vance wears eyeliner like he's the evil Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
And I stand by that.
I will say this. All this conflict is due to part because we unfroze Iran's assets with I'm not sure what that amount was, over $80 billion in assets, and now Iran's using that to wage war. Is that correct?
Why did we have access to their money?
To stop conflict.
Oh, so basically, we're supposed to just tell some of these countries just fuck you instead of reaching out across the aisle and go, hey, maybe we can come to an agreement.
Amen.
Fuck you.
Well, the CIA doesn't want us to have that.
Okay, let's trying to hear what they're actually saying here, guys. Like,
Holy crap, he's the one deflecting.
yeah, this doesn't have much to do with Israel and Iran.
He was promised the introduction. They skipped that.
I didn't hear Iran or Israel mentioned once so far.
Yeah, you might want to get to the topic before your time runs out
No
there.
kidding. This is like filibustering.
No, he was promised the intro, and he's going to go for the intro.
Oh, there we go.
All right, see. Tampon Tim looks like a decade older than when he was baby peeping. Yeah, it's a stressful job. It's probably using a teleprompter like old Dementia Joe, Keckle, and Kamala.
And at this point, it's not preemptive.
I'm probably not going to flip
Yeah.
the table over.
375 ballistic missiles later, preemptive is completely out the window. Because that program was paying them billions of dollars and not actually doing any inspection as to their uranium enrichment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just sent billions of dollars over there, and they're like nothing for the hurricane survivors. I
Yeah,
hate
well,
all of it.
this is old news, really, that we're sort of discussing right now.
Oh no, bullshit! He assassinated Salman Ali for that. You lying fuck.
I hate them all. If I was there, I'd throw vegetables at them.
Yeah.
Really, with Joe Biden at the helm? Yeah, right. We have the weakest leadership in history with Joe Biden in office.
I can't believe they're still speaking well of Weekend at Bernie's that's still in office.
Oh, please. They haven't seen that for over 20 plus years, and they still haven't got a nuclear weapon.
In reality, Iran has always been as close to a nuclear weapon as long as it takes to get from Russian territory to wherever they want it delivered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
I don't know. Did Clinton have any?
Quite a few, actually, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Clinton had a Gulf War crisis to deal with.
That was
He
Bush.
wrapped up the Gulf War. He had Eastern Europe. God damn it, what's it? The name Yugoslavia. Yeah.
Oh, Bosnia.
Did she actually just
yeah, they had
say,
like the Serbs and shit getting killed and
did
whatnot.
she actually just say climate
Yeah,
change is
crazy on
making
that.
hurricanes worse? Yes, she did.
Well, she is correct to a certain extent. I mean, the warmer the
No,
weather,
she's not.
the more
I have
powerful hurricanes
totally
get.
come to the conclusion that climate change is basically a pile of bullshit. I really have
Hey.
come to that conclusion.
Hey, I'll believe climate change when they stop giving 30-year loans to places like Miami or London, and when these billionaires stop buying beachfront property on the ocean.
Well, you know, the thing is, I remember what was it? How many years has this climate change shit been going on? 20 years now? Maybe
Longer
longer.
than I've been alive.
Do you
Try
remember
50.
New York was going to be underwater by now? Everybody was going to need scuba gear to live there, right? It's like, nope, never happened. Last time I checked, Venice was still above water and people were still living there. And that's probably one of the closest to being submerged of any major city on the planet. And then we got a good old Greta, the climate change troll, who now is, you know, basically supporting Palestine, and probably a big fan of Hamas and all the other terrorists as well.
Yeah.
And it's like when she starts associating with terrorism, and she has no credibility as far as climate change goes anymore, as far as I'm concerned.
If climate change was such a big deal, the super rich elite people would not be buying hotel properties and shit on the coast.
I used to think there was some credibility to it, like many years ago, but over the last number of years, I don't see any evidence that it's really anything as bad as they're saying it was. So.
And Brad Wolf here says, the debates would be a lot more interesting if people were allowed to throw rotting fruits and vegetables at a candidate. Of course, the crowds would be overfilled with eager throwers. I'd be starting to GoFundMe to go to these live.
I would be the old lady in The Princess Bride. Boo! Boo!
Then why haven't you told Kamala to do anything about it?
Yeah.
Please, Walz does not give a damn.
FEMA literally just sitting on their asses.
Well, that's because politicians know talk is cheap and they don't have to pay for it. Except
they're not even talking.
Yeah.
I hope all the people struck by the hurricane don't go for the people who aren't helping them. I hope they vote them out. That's crazy.
No, it wasn't even in the top 5 of the last 20 years. He just admitted that Harris has been running the show since Biden stepped out of the race.
Yeah. How much you want that Vance is going to pounce on that little mistake that Walz made right there? $500 a year? Yeah, right. He's over that damn shit.
They don't have records going back 200.
Yeah, plus that 500-year flood, we just had a flood that bad in '69. So don't give me that bullshit.
You mean they weren't talking about climate change back in '69, Gorilla?
Oh fuck no! We're more worried about the fucking Soviets nuking us.
No, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's so ridiculous. It really is. It is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They seem so sincere when they're trying to win a debate, and they really, it's like, do we really care?
They're throwing vegetables.
Yeah.
I think they should be tied, like, one wrist to the other guy's wrist and have like a knife fight or something. Now that would be entertaining.
Or better
yet, I'd like to see.
I would love to see these people do a debate, but connected to lie detector tests.
Oh, jeez. I don't think any politician would ever go on another debate if that was the case.
Bertie, just give them all a truth serum and watch them go. Oh yeah, no, yes, oh yes, all that to then somebody say yes, no, on the truth serum.
Less than 25% of the solar panels used in the United States are manufactured in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason why is because they say it's too expensive to produce them in the U.S.
Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like solar panels are ever going to replace other forms of energy anyway. So
they're about 5 generations of the technology away from being viable in the way they want them to be.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, these guys
have been pushing solar panels for over 30 years now, but they know very well the technology isn't there.
Yeah. Well, it's just like that wind power stuff, right? It's like, yeah, dream on.
Well, that shit's toxic. Those blades on there last maybe 4 or 5 years, and then they're just burying them like they did toxic nuclear waste back in the 70s and 80s.
Well, then there's always
And it's
there's always
more
always
toxic than the damn nuclear waste was.
well, there's always geothermal energy, but then if you try to do that, then you risk having a volcano going up like Yellowstone National Park.
They say it's all of the above, but they're funneling, I believe it's around 85% of the money to wind and solar, which the technology doesn't work. They're toxic and they cost about 500% that of nuclear power.
Seems like the only cost-efficient alternative to fossil fuels is nuclear energy, from what you guys are saying, even though it's somewhat more toxic.
It's less toxic when you consider how much crap is put out to make the solar panels and to make the wind turbines.
Holy crap! I'm surprised they didn't bring up the dog thing.
Oh, they might get to it.
That's on the low end of the estimate. Is more than likely double that.
Oh, so you're saying 1 in 6 of the U.S. citizens are illegals then?
Illegal or ill-gotten legal status, like the Dreamers. It's
Yeah,
still
here's-
early, gorilla. They
Yeah.
still have time for dogs and cat burgers.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, well-
here's the kicker. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Gregory Bradley, welcome. And if you do anything on your channel, let us know so we can promote it at the end of the show. But JD, make a better president. Anybody, he's a real calm, cool, and collected. I think it measured, plus he's a Marine. Yes. Tim Walz there, he was in the National Guard.
Well, I would
Well,
say this.
Walz looks manic.
I would say this to the border crisis. When they come to child separation, well, when the traffickers lie that they are the child's family, then what do you do?
They ain't got no plan for that.
Do you separate them, or do you keep them together? Since the press will say, "Oh no, they are their family. Let's keep them together," even though they're not.
Democrats have never thought of a legitimate answer to that.
Do they do DNA tests, which cost a lot more money and a lot more material to do? Say, "Oh, these are the biological children
also takes-
of the coyote."
It also takes a lot of time, which in the meantime, they literally just let you go. And they never see either of them again.
Well, you probably don't see the child again, but you probably do see the adult again when he goes back to Mexico to get another victim.
Yeah, they could do that.
No, it's because they let a lot more people in and get asylum seekers.
I believe it let like 5,000 or 7,000 in a day. no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Tell me, was it Reagan or Carter that did the amnesty movement when he said all the born or illegals then are now citizens? Was that Reagan or Carter?
It was Reagan, but it was not citizenship. It was legal status. And there was supposed to be a whole measure of stuff that went after that. Guess what the Democrats started suing about in 1988?
And that's my point exactly, that that JD is actually reinforcing right there.
Hmm.
Come on, dude. Just flip him off like he did that college student. And Curtis says hi to Gregory Bradley.
When she says higher than 50%, she means 70%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this is a global problem within Western democracies. It seems to me, because it's the same in Canada. We want people deported. We're tired of this crap. Look at the UK with all the illegal immigrants pouring in, the boat people coming on their shores. And I just heard today some 14-year-old girl was attacked with acid on her face by one of these illegal immigrants. Right? It's like, when is the government our government's going to wake up and stop this crap? Anybody that doesn't stand up against illegal immigration is a politician that I'm never going to vote for. That's for damn sure.
PvP, they must stand up to it once the money is gone, or they have enough political pressure on them to stop it.
It's not
more
all about money.
It's
These
not
people
about the
actually
money.
believe the bullshit that they're spewing. They
Well, it's
actually believe that all cultures are equal. If anyone tells you
yeah,
all
exactly.
cultures are equal, believe
Exactly,
nothing
Chair.
they say.
Exactly, Chairman. Well, Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, I think is completely nuts. I really do, from the stuff I've been hearing about him the last couple months. He's letting thousands of these illegal people coming in on the boats, basically invading the UK. He's putting them up, he's giving them shelter, food, money. But in the meantime, he cuts the pensions of seniors in the or not the pensions, but there's a heating allowance to get through the cold winters for pensioners. He cut that. He eliminated that.
Yeah, he did that because they know they can't actually come up with the heat. They don't have the fuel.
But he doesn't give a fuck about indigenous, people born in the United Kingdom, Brits that have worked all their damn lives, supported governments, paid their taxes, obeyed the laws. He doesn't give a shit about them, because he thinks he looks better off kowtowing to illegal immigrants, because I guess he's maybe counting that they're going to vote for him somehow. Maybe he'll just pass a law where they can vote, which is,
they're already allowed to
of
vote.
course. But I'm
in
just
Britain, they already are allowed to vote.
I think every time there is an illegal immigration situation that happens like that, like you were talking about the acid attacks, stuff like that, everybody should get in front of the politician's house that did it and violently riot. Make it their problem, because they're not going to care until it is their problem.
But
I'm not going to advertise for any type of riots here. I am not endorsing that.
It's only me. I'm speaking for me. Sorry.
Peacefully protest.
I just wanted to speak to what Moyer was saying. There was actually a riot they had. I think it's maybe a month ago. I can't remember the timeline exactly, but a bunch of UK citizens actually went to one of these hotels where they're housing these illegal immigrants and giving them shelter and food and everything. And it actually, well, it got labeled a riot anyway by the mass media, of course. And basically, they set some dumpsters on fire. There was a bunch of really angry people outside this hotel.
Yeah, they've been doing that in Ireland as well. They've been setting the buildings on fire.
But you know what they did? They labeled all those Brits that were protesting as calling them, right wing extremists, and actually started arresting. From what I've heard, they were arresting some of those people to protect the illegal immigrants.
Yeah, they're too much of a coward to take on the actual problem, so they henpeck and shit on their own people.
I've heard the saying two-tier policing in the UK lately many, many times. And it's like there's one tier of policing for illegal immigrants, which they let them go. They can protest all day long in the streets and the police do nothing. But, you get a bunch of British people, waving the Union Jack around. In fact, there was one guy, I think I mentioned this, Gorilla.
Take a drink, Gorilla. They just tried to censor JD Vance.
Uh-oh.
But they even arrested somebody because they were waving a Union Jack at a protest.
Yeah, I saw that actually. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
It's frightening. It's 1984 in the UK,
Right. It's weird. Like, I never thought I'd be on the British side of anything, but yeah, I'm like, that's messed up.
Well, as much flack as the British take for being colonizers, I guess, I'm Canadian, so I guess maybe I should be upset that, I'm living in a colony, but I'm not, because I got to say, they might have colonized my country, but it's turned out not too bad until we got that Trudeau, as our PM, which we got to get Trudeau out of office as soon as possible.
Castro's illegitimate son, yeah.
Sooner he's gone, the better, because I think probably. Actually, I heard the polls that over 50% of the voters are going to vote for the Conservatives. Over 50%, if not more. Trudeau government, the Liberals could be reduced to third-party status, apparently, in the next election. They could just be wiped out, basically.
Well, then PvP. Well, then tell me, then who's going to be the major opposition to the Conservative Party? I mean, if the Liberals will be wiped out basically to a third-party status, then would the Democrat Party up there take the Liberals' place as the main opposition up there? Then
we got a bunch of
parties. He just lied about insulin. He said it takes $5 to manufacture a vial of insulin. It costs well over $100.
I do have a question. Is insulin an organ drug, or can you manufacture it artificially too to lower the price?
It's a synthetic hormone.
If your body's healthy, it manufactures the insulin
by itself. Your pancreas.
What you buy is various types of a synthetic version of that,
but
which can cost well over $100 to manufacture.
For a while,
the stuff I take, a box of that costs about $400.
So why not just mass produce it to make it cheaper then?
Because they want to make it expensive.
Well, I think
it doesn't matter how much you mass produce it. The stuff is very volatile and expires in about 3 months.
All right, just a sec. Have a good night, Brad Wolf.
Night, Brad Wolf.
Bye, Brad Wolf.
Good night, Brad Wolf.
That's the problem with a lot of medications. They don't have a shelf life. So you can't just manufacture 10 years worth of it and put the price on the floor.
But it can be refrigerated and kept.
It can be refrigerated and kept, but even if you do refrigerate, most insulin go bad in about 90 days.
Yeah.
She can do that by herself with the housing. I think BlackRock and Vanguard help with that.
Yeah, and guess
There's
which party
to go around.
and guess which parties those major players are supporting. No
Oh,
surprise.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, they're supporting the Democrat Party probably. Those two parties are probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're a little bit in both, because honestly, I think both parties are out to fuck us. They argue about which way they want to do it to us.
Yeah, it's more different members of the parties. Like
Right.
Mitch the bitch, he gets a bunch of
Yeah.
money from BlackRock.
Yeah, fuck him.
Trump and Vance get nothing from BlackRock because they really hate Trump.
Oh my God. I know I sure got a lot more.
Yeah, but I would say with all the money printing and stimulus money we all got, it's gonna come back to bite us in the ass with more taxes in the future.
Kamala Harris has kicked the middle class in the balls and didn't put two in the back of their head.
Hey, good thing I did not. Good thing I did not make the rule whenever Walz blames Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, you're smart. You'd already be dead from alcohol poisoning.
And don't forget Kamala Harris also when she was before she got up in these high offices, even helped prosecute people and throw them in prison that turned out they were innocent. I don't want some psychopath like that running around as president. God dang. The woman's a crook. It has been since the start.
Oh,
I thought
shut
they said
up!
that he had.
He probably did.
I thought it showed that he had done that.
Yeah, he has.
He paid exactly what he was supposed to.
I think
And
didn't
as
he come
far
up-
as all fairness and tax,
and didn't he
everyone
say
pays
that
10% of you got.
and he didn't even have to pay much tax because of the tax rules the Democrats put in place in the first place.
Yeah.
They didn't like that.
Well, the thing is, when they talk about how much the political elite pay in taxes, like, I don't really give a fuck what they pay in taxes. It's like what I pay in taxes. What average people pay in taxes is what bloody matters. I don't give a damn if they're paying 100% in taxes or 0% in taxes. You know, whatever. Just make it affordable for the average middle class, working class person to actually survive in the damn world. You know, like, I think that's what the voters want. At least, you know.
I think
I
we
could
get
be
rid of the
wrong,
Federal
but-
Reserve. That'll be a good start.
Oh, it's
and
crazy.
quit funding wars in other countries. That would also probably help.
Or
And
Bernie,
with the
just
money they recently sent over, they could have helped so many homeless people and so many veterans with that.
or Bernie, just do a flat tax for all the middle and lower classes.
They have
Flat
flat
tax.
tax for everybody. 10% for everybody. I don't care if you're working at McDonald's or if you're Bill fucking Gates. 10%.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
No,
mean,
you're
fuck the
not,
union.
Walt. No, you're
I don't
not.
care which union. Fuck the union.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a fan of unions
Hey,
anymore. Either.
Hey, Mikey says Vance and Walz ESQ sounds like some law offices. LOL. Yeah, fuck them.
Threw some celery at him.
Hey, fuck your right to collectively bargain. I don't want my ability to work tied to that another lazy son of a bitch who's been working there because his uncle got him a job and the union won't let you fire him.
Well, you know what I really hate is when unionists that already have it good, already have a good salary, already have good benefits, already have good pension plan, already have whatever, and then they go on strike and bitch and moan and inconvenience average people that are just trying to actually work for like an average wage or even a minimum wage, and the unionists are out there like, we need more, we need more, we need more. It's
They're
like
doing that here
bullshit.
right now. Boeing is on strike. Their average pay rate is somewhere around $40 to $45 an hour.
Exactly.
They also have 6 weeks of vacation. They don't pay a premium for their health insurance.
Exactly. They got it good and they still don't appreciate it. It's like the last time, like, as an older person, I supplement my income at times by selling stuff off on eBay because, it's a good second income if you keep it running. And I'll never forget the Canada Postal Union went on strike about 5 years ago, right during Christmas. Right during Christmas, they decided to do a slow down work to rule situation. Millions of Canadians couldn't get their Christmas gifts on time. I'm sure I lost lots of business because, as I say, selling on eBay to my customers. Did the union give a fuck? Of course they didn't. And what really pissed me off is our third party, the NDP, which is a socialist party. They had their leader, Jagmeet Singh. I'll never forget. He was there on broadcast, standing next to his union postal worker brothers because the unions support them heavily. And he was sticking up for this union bullshit. And I was like, I'll never be voting ever for you, buddy. Never, never, never.
Holy crap! Did they actually call him out on a lie he's been spreading? Oh wait, he mentioned he was a teacher.
Yeah, and
Bottoms up, monkey.
Yeah, and he also said that he was in the military too. So that's 2 shots all at once, Gorilla.
I'm actually surprised they called him out on a lie.
They didn't. They think he can turn it around. They practiced this answer, and he's not doing it as well as they
Yeah.
There we go with a shot.
Let's see. Mikey says Vance equals young whippersnapper versus Walz. Oh, Crockett ventured. Oh yeah, fire across the both. And Mikey's saying, "Hello, Moria, meow, Gorilla, Germ PvP, and Mo."
Hey there, Mikey.
Careful, Mikey. I may give you 2 fingers in the eyes, just like Mo usually does.
Oh, fuck.
He actually won that trade war.
Is he actually bringing COVID into this? Please don't bring COVID into this, for fuck's sake. Enough
It's
of that
4
shit.
years old anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's over. It's like, fuck, come on.
You were never a good soldier.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't. So basically, you avoided the question, Waltz. You did.
They had a prepared answer for that, and he completely spaced on it. You can tell he's completely blanking on what he practiced.
Oh shit.
Well, Vance.
This will be interesting. No, this will be interesting.
Hey, that was very convenient timing in a very suspiciously origined pandemic, Mikey.
Yeah, and I have to say, Vance was very rabid anti-Trump a few years ago, but now he's all lovey-dovey with Trump now because he knows which way the wind
That
is
happened
blowing.
that happened more than a year before he was named as the VP candidate.
Yeah. Now let's see. The pandemic did happen on Trump's watch, though, or did we forget that? Yeah, well, the Chinese are the ones that unleashed it.
Well,
Just
Mikey,
saying.
the pandemic happened on the tail end of Trump's term before Biden got into office, and that probably cost Trump the election, and the COVID pandemic probably did.
Oh
You
yeah,
had to turn
because
that into printers going, Burr.
yeah, plus 2019 there, it's a lot of people are saying it's the best numbers of their lives.
Mikey, that's pretty damn insane.
The CDC could have stopped China before it, but they didn't. There's no way. Yeah, the CDC only has power in the United States. It does not have power worldwide.
They can be invited. They can be invited somewhere to help, but they can't just stormtrooper in there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they
Do you
were
really
going to
think? You
blast
really think? You really think any body outside of China has an ability to control anything China does? Like seriously?
Yeah. Plus, it didn't help that China was lying and trying to cover their ass for 6 months, allowing it to spread.
Yeah, plus, from what I hear, the CDC is on the China's
And-
payroll mostly now.
And one of the CDC's golden boys was also like involved in that lab over there. But I'm not allowed to say that on here because someone's channel might get checked out. So I'm just saying. You can always imagine it's always worse than what we're hearing about.
I gotta say that we probably triggered Mikey a lot for all our comments right now.
Oh,
Hey,
just a sec.
probably
Just a sec. I want to hear this.
Yeah, I want to hear this too.
Hey, no. That would have been permitted, you
refused
dumb
to
shit.
care.
The audacity that a Democrat is talking about how Trump overturned Roe v. Wade. You guys had 50 years to codify that, and you fucked off and used that as a dangling carrot to keep getting Democrat votes until it
Her
hit you in the
illegal
ass.
stepfather, which her mother was aiding in her abuse.
And that is unfortunate. Is that bitch needs jail for that? Absolutely. But they're screaming harder about being able to like kill babies than they are about putting the people in jail that caused the rapes.
Oh, fuck. That lie again?
The only thing that you'll have trouble getting contraceptives with is the government won't pay for it any damn more.
Yeah,
You do not have the right to have any type of contraceptives, be it the pill, a condom, or whatever the hell you're using. You do not have the right to other people's money to get it.
Well, if Planned Parenthood actually gave a crap about people's health, maybe they'd start funding contraceptive devices free of charge for people that are poor. You know.
We need like a bingo card with this stuff on it.
Yeah.
That's because you've been conditioned for the last 50 years to mistrust Republicans on pretty much every issue.
Yeah.
You know, I
Oh,
do
they'll say they're doing some good bullshitting tonight.
I do have a legitimate question. Abortion is still a hot button topic in the U.S., but why do other parts of the world have it settled already? Meanwhile, in the U.S., it's very complex. In the U.S., still, why?
Because
Yeah.
liberals are lunatics.
Yeah. Hey,
They
Mario,
think
you want to read
it's,
this
uh,
one?
issue.
Wrong one. Bingos are coming up short, Miss Moore. Yeah, because I had posted I showed a little picture of a little bingo card for this.
All right. So,
Uh,
so you were trying to say to me?
Liberals have thought abortion has been a winning issue for the last 40 or 50 years. Basically, since after Roe v. Wade, they dangled out that, oh yeah, we'll pass a law.
And yeah, they could have codified it any time in the last 50 years, and they didn't. And now they're acting all shocked and offended. Like,
It's not your body, you ignorant cunt.
Well, it is a woman's body, but the thing is, she's got a life growing inside her, so maybe that life should have some rights as well. Just saying.
Yeah, what?
That
Where
baby
agree
is
with
not
that.
part of her body.
but unfortunately, here in Oklahoma, it's gotten ridiculous. They've gotten to the point where you have to only be dying in the parking lot before, because they're afraid. Because here in Oklahoma, you can go to jail, you can lose your license, go to jail for like 10 years or so if you do what they consider an abortion, even if the fetus is like not having a heartbeat.
Well, I think it only gets to that point because politicians want to keep using abortion as a political football to keep
Right.
kicking around. If they actually did give a damn about health, they'd figure out some laws that would put it into have guidelines for if this happens in this case, if this happens in this case,
Well,
if
ours
it's a matter of
have-
rape or if it's incest or or a health emergency or whatever
agree.
you want to codify it, right?
I do agree. But unfortunately, at least here in Oklahoma, I don't necessarily know about everywhere else, but here in Oklahoma, they have gotten so strict with it that you pretty much have to be bleeding out in the parking lot for them to actually do something about it. One lady was told to go outside and wait.
Well,
out in the parking lot.
you got bad laws in that state.
Oh
then.
yeah, ours are dangerous. And I'm a very pro-life
that's horrible.
person. Don't get me wrong, but I do understand sometimes unfortunate procedures sometimes happen. And
Well,
need
there
to
have
happen.
to be exceptions, right? When a woman's life is in danger.
Right. And they're so close to you having to almost be septic before they
Yeah,
do
well,
it.
that's ridiculous. That's
Oh, yeah.
total bullshit. Yeah.
They feel like the Democrats have gone to the extreme, so they went to the other extreme.
Yeah.
Mikey, he is associated with Epstein in the fact that he's the one who got the FBI to investigate him.
Right on. I didn't know that, but
Here, I'm gonna put something in here, Mike. Yes, he did used to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein until Jeffrey Epstein got handsy with a waitress or some person at Mar-a-Lago. And he kicked him out and cut all ties with them. All those pictures are from before any of this came out.
Right.
And welcome to Odyssey. Did you want a link, Deej? Deej, did you want a link? Waltz is an idiot, yes.
Amen, brother.
And Mikey, if you want a link
I'll get him up.
you can have one.
Well, Mikey, the problem is I'm not a big fan of Trump either. In fact,
I got him. I got Germ.
I used to think he was a complete creep not too many years ago, but when I consider the alternative with socialist, communist crazy left person Camilla being the leader of the free world. That scares the hell out of me. And I would vote if I was an American. I'd be voting for Trump in November. I really would be.
Yeah.
And I never thought I'd say that. I never thought in my bloody life I'd ever say that.
Yeah. Hey, Deej, how's it going?
Yum
All
yum.
right, I'm here. I'm here.
Yay!
We're watching on Cosby here.
If you're not
Yeah,
here,
I
you're
know.
far out.
I haven't seen all of it. I've caught bits and pieces while I was at the bar having pizza.
Well, we're
So
commenting as
started.
I go.
But it's like, come
Yeah.
on now. Seriously?
Yeah.
The fucking joke.
That's
Yeah.
generally what I think of all political debates. They pretty much turn into a joke after a while.
Yeah, I was debating on whether or not to put the link in, but it seems like we got a tame crowd tonight.
I
got a
mean,
good crowd.
seriously. These moron politicians are throwing out
Yeah.
lie after lie.
Yeah.
Whoops, I had
And
an
hey,
echo
Mikey.
there. Hey,
Yeah, hey,
how's
Mikey.
it?
Well,
Yeah.
the trouble with politicians, instead of caring about the welfare of the public good of the average person, they just want to win points in discussions like this so they can get votes and get into power and enjoy that privilege of having power over the rest of us. That's
But
always the way
I am going to say, after watching comments over the last few weeks, if you vote Democrat, you're a fucking moron. Because all they
that's
want to
slightly
do,
nicer than what I said.
they're fucking morons if they're voting Democrat, because they're openly saying they want to curtail the First Amendment. They want to knock the First Amendment out so they can control what is being published out there to people.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
if you
there's the
have
reason
not
I'm-
seen that, you are not paying attention
Yeah.
to the damn
Hey,
news.
yeah, here's the reason I vote for Asteroid 2024. All right, so I'm gonna mute this here. I'll keep it on here. Yeah, that's why I vote for the asteroid.
I mean, Hillary Clinton and John Kerry have both come out in this last week talking about how they don't like the First Amendment because their side is not being pushed completely, and they need to shut down any opposition,
any dissent.
any dissent. They don't
Yeah.
want it. They're openly talking about it now. All
What's
you had to do is watch
but-
Kerry on the fucking PBS thing, watch Hillary, what she said. But if you're voting for a Democrat, you're a fucking idiot.
But the thing is, Deej, it's happening in Canada. It's happening in the UK.
If
They're
you
trying
vote
to
liberal,
shut down. They're trying to shut down our rights to have any free speech at all. They're trying to criminal. Well, the UK already is starting to criminalize it because I've heard people are being locked up just for having opinions posted on the internet. The Canadian government right now, Trudeau's fucking liberals are trying to pass. I think it's Bill C-64. They're trying to pass a law that could, if you post something they label hate speech that's extreme enough, you could get life in prison. Apparently, is what's buried in this bill, right? And that is not the fucking democracy I fucking grew up in. And it's outrageous, and I'm so pissed off. What these bloody leaders around the world are doing right now. It's really scary shit, guys. It really is.
Well, you listen to this bullshit about the Democrats keep pushing Project 2025. It's fucking bullshit. It comes from a think tank. It's been around for over a decade. It's not Trump's thing, but they keep pushing it as Trump's because they're fucking liars.
Exactly. They'll lie, do whatever. They'll lie and connive and do whatever they have to do to try and have power. Sadly, so many politicians are guilty of that.
All you have to do is look back over the last 3.5 years and know Harris was the border czar. All you have to do is go back 3.5 years. You'll see it in every fucking news report from every channel, from CNN, MSNBC, all of them. They talk about how Kamala was the border czar. Well, you see, they didn't do a goddamn thing at the border until the last couple of months because an election was coming up. You know they're fucking lying. And the bullshit lie that Trump stopped a bill that would have passed that would have helped with the bill. No, the border thing was 5,000 illegal immigrants coming across the border that they would process, and then they would shut down that little choke point, but that did not stop anything from them coming across the rivers and shit illegally. That had nothing to do with it. And those so-called border agents that they tried to throw out there, that they said that the border bill would pass, was not agents at all. It was goddamn people to process them in faster.
Well,
Yeah.
all I can say about this is I hope we all realize there's a no-win situation in this. Doesn't matter
No,
who
there's
gets
a
it.
win situation.
Oh,
There's
I don't
one
think so.
side
Oh, there's-
obviously better than the other.
Oh, there's definitely
It
a win
is
situation.
undeniably one side is infinitely better than the other. They're not perfect,
World
but
War III,
they're
okay.
not fucking communists.
That's all
Okay,
right. I don't
Mikey,
mind seeing
Mikey,
World War III. No.
Mikey, I know you don't like Trump. I used to hate Trump, probably like you still do. I have come around to think over things and realize, compared to Camilla and what she'd do to the world and lead us down the path to, well, fuck, listen to her. She sounds like a fucking communist. She wants to take away our freedom, and there's no bloody way I could ever vote for someone like her. I don't like Trump at all, but I'd still vote for him if I was
Yeah,
American.
but PvP, you don't understand. I don't
Oh,
like
I
either
understand a lot of things,
candidate.
Mikey. Please don't talk down to me like that.
I'm not talking down to you.
Well,
I'm
you
just
just said I
saying.
don't understand something, and I
No,
try
no,
very hard to
no. There's
understand
only
things.
no. I was saying you don't partly understand my thoughts on this. I don't think either candidate can help the country. I don't think they can. I don't think any candidate that is that vile, is such a
Hold up.
liar. I mean, even in
Hold
Canada,
up, hold
it's
up,
threatened.
hold up. Trump had the border under control. He had them waiting
What?
over in Mexico before they even could come into this country.
Oh no, he didn't.
We didn't have millions and millions flooding across the.
Oh, a fence that can easily be broken into each. Come on, please. A
No,
fence?
And
the Remain in Mexico Act. They had to, once they were caught and processed here, they were thrown over the border.
I wish there was more protection. They have less protection now, don't they, along the borders?
well, yeah, that's
Well,
because
there's
fucking
basically
Democrats
a
are in
huge
charge.
welcome sign.
Oh, please. It's not just the Democrats. The
Oh,
Republicans
bullshit.
have to make
Bullshit. As soon as Biden got into power, he eliminated everything that Trump had laid down to keep the illegals out and just let them flood in.
By the
And
way,
then tried to claim that he needed something to pass when Trump already proved you could do it with a
the debate is restarted.
executive
by the way.
order.
The debate's on
Yeah.
again, by the way, guys.
Yeah, they're talking about gun violence now. Either reduce it, increase it, or maintain it. In other words.
Hey, Thomas.
Oh, now they're talking about Mexican drug cartels. This could get entertaining.
Yeah.
oh,
Hey,
sure.
Thomas says, Detroit 24, support Project Soybean because of the open border crossing the moment, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I know as soon as Trump gets in, I'll never be able to get to see my parents again because they'll close all the borders all over again.
That's
Hey,
bullshit too.
Mikey,
That's
Mikey,
bullshit too. He's closing the damn borders for illegals coming across. If you're coming across legally, if you're coming across to sit there and see somebody and you have documentation, you can easily come across the border. That's fucking bullshit.
Well, the thing is, too, Mikey, you're born in
still
America.
an American citizen.
You're
Mikey.
born in
They won't
America.
stop
You
you.
should have a right to see your parents. Like, that
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense, really, Mikey.
Mikey, don't you have a passport?
Not now, no. I have to get a Canadian one.
Mikey, you're violating both Canadian and United States law.
Oh, thanks for telling everybody on
It-
YouTube, there.
If you got a legal passport, you have no problem.
Well, the thing is, I understand, Mikey, you're landed immigrant status at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm just immigrant
Okay.
status.
The thing is, once you get your citizenship here, and that's all done and settled, that's when you can apply for a passport. I would think, right?
Right.
So it's just a process. It's going to take time, but be patient. And I'm sure once you get a passport, you should be able to go see your parents.
I hope so.
I'd be
It's
very
because of all
surprised
this
if you
damn.
couldn't.
It's because of all this damn pandemic that they told us we can't actually go into offices and talk to people. Now
Yeah,
we
but
have to do it all over the internet shit. So
there's still cases of it. My cousin actually was in contact with somebody that had COVID a couple weeks ago. But it's pretty rare. I don't hear it happening too often anymore. So I
mhm.
don't think they could use that as an excuse to deny a person to access to the border.
Mikey,
They haven't
you're
since the
listening to
beginning of the
bullshit.
year.
If you got a legal way in with a passport and shit, you're gonna have no problem.
Yeah.
The only thing that's being stopped is illegals.
Yeah.
I think the problem is he doesn't have legal identification.
Yeah. And welcome, Chief Judge Finity and Raquel. Welcome. She says, hello, y'all.
Hey,
And Thomas
Raquel.
says those restrictions are over.
Well, I do still have my legal
shit.
government ID, so I
What'd you
can.
do, Gorilla?
I
can
pressed the wrong thing.
Oh, hello,
Oops, that's-
Raquel. Hey, Thomas Potts.
Hey, Raquel and Thomas. Salty Trucker gets all the soybeans now because he's the soy boy.
Yes,
Guys,
Salty.
hold it to me for a second.
Yeah.
Hello, Outlaw Bill.
Hey, Outlaw. Welcome.
Hey,
The debate will
Hey, Bill.
resume momentarily. Gorilla is trying to figure out what cord he pulled.
no, I screwed up.
I
screwed
am
up. I
just-
accidentally pressed.
I have one more thing, Gorilla. I am so sick of all the bullshit that the left has put out there to fearmonger. That's not true.
Yeah, it's just a lot of misinformation going out. Because because
Those women that the left want to keep talking about that died from miscarriages and shit, that's all been bullshit. That's because they were afraid to go in because A, there was so much misinformation from the left saying that people would go to jail and shit. And B, they put out so much misinformation that medical people didn't know what to think because they were listening to fucking idiots on X and other sites like MSNBC that they fell for the bullshit.
Well, if we're old enough to remember this stage, they pulled the same shit on Barry Goldwater and said he was a warmonger and that he was going to start World War III with nuclear weapons and shit. So,
All right, all you got to do is look. All you got to do is look. When has Russia attacked Ukraine?
When you mean between the Cold War and now?
Well, let's see. When Russia took over Crimea, who was the president in charge?
Was it Khrushchev?
Obama.
No, it was Obama.
Obama. Okay.
When did Ukraine get invaded a second time?
Biden.
yeah, but in all fairness, they took over a Providence in Georgia under Bush.
Well, Bush is a fucking moron too because they're all warmongers that love to watch the war industry make money.
So what you're basically saying is the three people that have tried to take out Trump were all leftists and nobody's tried to take out Biden or the other person either, right?
Well, no, they
Biden
haven't.
has not really had.
I don't even know if I'd call them leftists. From what I've heard, some of them are just so fucking Looney Tunes crazy. I don't know what the fuck they think they are, to be honest.
Well, that last guy there, he was so fucked up in the head that the Ukraine wouldn't even take him.
Well, that's it. It's like, I don't know. I don't think these people are sane enough to identify as leftists, rightists,
But no.
they-
Now, if you dig into the information, the two people that have made attempts, the first one that actually shot Trump, and the second one that got shot at before he could take a shot at Trump, all were donating to leftist organizations. Project Blue.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, and I do
Okay,
have to
well,
say
I thought,
that I, do-
I
and
thought
I
they
do have
said
to
the
say-
second guy was Looney Tunes insane, but okay, whatever. I'll go with
well,
that.
well, I do have to say that the latest assassination attempt on Trump, the other guy, when he was stopped, did he write a note saying, "I'll give a blank amount of money if someone finishes the job after he failed" or something?
Yeah, $150,000.
job.
Which that's not even worth it. That's not even worth taking the risk.
And that's not even mentioning that the DOJ actually published that letter out into the open for everyone to see, which is also putting it out there for somebody else to try again.
Yeah, don't forget too, the Democrats don't have a great record. Like I remember when Yugoslavia was breaking apart, you had the Serbs and the Croats, and the Serbs were committing all kinds of atrocities for a while. I remember there's a guy, I think his name was Bill Clinton in the White House at the time. And he basically sat on his fucking hands and did nothing while thousands of people were, being massacred. Because I remember a lot of that ugly shit. I mean, I was a big news junkie back in those days, and I was, watching what was going on there pretty well every day of the week. And
So am I, Thomas. I'm still waiting to hear what the guy in Pennsylvania's motive was.
Democrats don't have a great track record sometimes on being humanitarians, is what I'm saying.
You're not going to hear the motive of the PA guy because they've dug enough and they figured out that he's a leftist, and they're not going to mention that.
That's why they put the bullet in his head.
Ah.
And the left is trying so hard to engage in a war with Iran. That's why you keep hearing this bullshit that Iran is trying to hire people to take Trump out. Because the left want to start a war.
Yeah, can you believe that Iran actually shot missiles into Israel? What the hell?
Well, yeah, I can.
Oh, okay.
This is the second time this year that Iran has done that.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally believe it because the people running Iran, I think, are basically fucking crazy terrorists, from what I can see. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, Thomas makes a good point. The last guy, his son was arrested for having inappropriate pictures of children.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's all true.
Yeah, still waiting to hear the motive of the PA guy. Still waiting for the Vegas motive. I should say, I'm talking, Mikey. You need to have a. Hey, all right. Let's be a little bit nice here, Bill. Let's be a little bit nicer.
I can disagree with Mikey, but that's a little disrespectful, honestly, Bill.
All I'm going to say is I wouldn't be surprised. No, just let me finish.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised, Bill, if you wake up one morning and Arizona turns red. So,
the thing is,
please don't.
We would
I
like
think Bill would love if Arizona was red.
We'd like our politicians to be a little bit civil in their debates like tonight. I think we should hold ourselves maybe to that standard as well and try and at least remain civil even when we disagree strongly with each other.
I'm trying to be civil.
Yeah. Well, I've tried to be too.
The civility goes so far that we need to get a little bit dirty.
No, but I never accused Mikey of not having an intelligent thought. That's going a bit over the line, I think.
No, but I will say, though, I will push back when somebody has been listening to bullshit propaganda and they want to push that as their thoughts.
All right. And Thomas here says, Iran defeated wants Harris. Trump will put sanctions on them. No, they want Trump dead because he assassinated Soleimani.
No, it's more than that. It's more than that, Gorilla, because they know that Trump will put the sanctions back on him because he had the sanctions on him in the first place. Biden took it off and gave him billions of dollars back. That's why Iran hacked the Trump shit.
Well, Thomas
gave it to the Democrats. And the
Yeah, how much-
Democrats did not admit that Iran sent them that stuff. It was the FBI that brought it up
They
first.
didn't admit that they paid for it too.
Yeah.
So as Israel retaliated against Iran's attack at all?
Not
yesterday?
yet.
I heard they
Not
have
yet.
a promise to, though. From what I've heard, Israel is going to retaliate in some manner.
They're not
And
going
it- Israel should.
retaliation.
I agree.
Israel
Hey,
should.
I'm all in the favor of Israel's right to defend itself.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't fucking like
the
terrorists.
the
Like, fuck
goddamn
terrorists.
UN and all these leftists are sitting there saying, we need to call a ceasefire and shit. No, bullshit. Iran is the one that's funding all this bullshit,
You know,
and it's not going to stop until Iran is dealt with.
I heard a story that there was something about a woman, something about relief, head of the relief agency in Gaza, that actually she was killed by Hamas the other day. So what does that tell you about what the hell's going on over there? It's getting pretty nuts, right? You know,
Yeah, it tells me
a
that
Palestinian woman trying to do relief help for Palestinians in need, and Hamas, takes her fucking out. Like, what the hell is that all about?
well, it tells me that the Palestinians have no control over the government, and this terrorist organization running the Palestine government is
Well,
crazy enough to murder
the
their
Pal-
own citizens.
The Palestinians don't have a government because they're not an actual state.
No, the government that the Palestinians do have is Hamas.
Yeah, and Hamas apparently took out this lady in charge of trying to aid people, I guess, food or whatever the hell it was. But it's like, when Hamas starts turning on its own people, and I assume she was a Palestinian woman, like, that's getting pretty fucked up, I think,
They
Well,
kill
the
more Palestinians than anyone.
The Palestinians
Their main
are
way
the
of
ones that
staying
are
in
letting
power is
Hamas
murder.
hide all their weapons and shit in
Well, yeah,
hospitals, in
that's
schools.
why I'm bringing it up, that these people have no rationality, is what I'm trying to say.
I have no sympathy for the Palestinians. As long
I
as
don't
they're
either.
letting Hamas do their shit, fuck them. Let them get bombed.
They've had chances before to make peace with Israel, and they've always rejected it.
Yeah.
So I have no sympathy for them.
Yeah.
either.
Hey there, LDD. Hey, Curtis,
guys.
how's it going?
Oh, great. You let LDG up here that has absolutely
I was
no
waiting.
clue what's going on in the world.
Look who's talking. You weren't even watching this while you were stuffing your face with pizza.
No, I was watching it while I was stuffing my face with pizza.
Yeah. What did you get from it? Like
It doesn't
pepperoni
matter.
and cheese?
It doesn't matter.
No, I had
anyway.
sausage and mushroom, bitch.
It doesn't
And look,
matter.
it's Babylon 5.
No,
There's
none of us
Babylon
are actually
5.
listening to the damn debate anyway, are we anymore?
Howdy,
Oh,
howdy.
like
Yeah.
the trailer from
I'm
Babylon
listening to
5.
it.
Yeah. Hey, Curtis, how are you doing tonight?
Hey,
I'm
Curtis.
doing all right. Just trying to see if this debate's worth our time. Does it at least make more sense than the presidential debates did?
I don't
Well, they're
think
not-
so. I think it
Well, the
makes
blue
less
guy
sense.
is lying his ass off, and the red guy is doing pretty well.
All you
Yeah,
got to
it's
remember
like
is
the
Walt
president.
tried to claim that he was a higher level when he got out of the military, that he was, and then claimed that it was because he doesn't understand words. So if he can't understand words, the dumb fuck shouldn't be a governor, and he sure the hell shouldn't be a vice president.
So Waltz is doing pretty good, or Vance is doing pretty good. I mean,
Vance is doing pretty good. Waltz has looked manic at times. He sort of panics when he forgets what he practiced.
got you.
Yeah, but Vance is a young whippersnapper. Most people don't like him.
Remember, Waltz is the one that put in practice a call-in tattletale line that if somebody wasn't following COVID policies, to have their
Well-
citizens call in and tattletale.
Hey, Gorilla, didn't you say that Waltz came from your state?
Unfortunately.
Oh,
Another thing you should remember is Waltz's wife is the one that said she left the windows open to smell the burning of the cities while the protests were going on in 2020 when Walz didn't even call in the National Guard for 3 days and let cities burn and people get shot and murdered.
Hey,
Well,
you're forgetting one
more
critical
importantly, he
detail
told
of that,
his daughter.
Deej. Yeah. Hey,
He
Deej,
told
you're
his daughter,
for
and she told the world that there would be no police or National Guard response.
yeah.
And
Yeah, she
remember,
tweeted it out.
And remember, Walz is the one that put tampons in boys' bathrooms.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
I take it back. I'm going to vote for them. I take it all
Hey.
back.
Hey, don't forget that he got married on the anniversary of the Tiananmen Square massacre, so that he can remember it. So that he can always remember it.
So he can celebrate it that night, I'm guessing.
Oh, and you have to also remember Walz is the one that's made multiple trips to China. That he sucks up to the Chinese.
I'm guessing he's hoping for the trans vote since he's putting tampons in boys' bathroom. Wow.
Yeah,
Seriously?
that'll get him 40 votes.
Man, that is just
Hey,
so fucked up. I
Oh,
can't
take
believe
it back.
I
You
know.
know it'd be at least 50.
Hey, Gorilla, can you
Oh,
throw him out of your state personally? Waltz, then.
Which we tried. Every state keeps sending him back.
Oh, like Bieber, who,
Yeah.
tries to get
All
back
right.
into Canada, but is met by guns at the border. Whoa,
All
go
right.
back.
Wouldn't that
All
be
right,
cool,
I want to catch up here. Bill probably wants Arizona white with snow. Yeah. And Deej, you want to read this one?
F Iran.
Only we don't censor ourselves here. It's fuck Iran.
Fuck Iran.
Just
Iran can
remember,
go to hell.
if you vote for Waltz, you can't vote. You can't play D&D.
Is that
Fuck
Curtis?
you. I can play D&D all I want because I play second edition. I don't play that new bullshit.
Is that you, Curtis?
And then,
Well done.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
So
Oh,
even
it
though
is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Israel
hey, Curtis.
has been attacked by Hamas, Hezbollah, this Houthis, however it's spelled
The
in Iran,
Houthis.
but it,
Houthis.
well,
Houthis.
however it spells it,
Hezbollah?
Sudan, they're in
It's
Sudan, I believe.
it's
Hezbollah. Yeah,
it's Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis.
the Houthis.
I say we
okay,
vote
so
for
he's not
Sounds like a
spelled that
band from
right.
the
Make Moira
70s.
Kitty the president.
60s.
And Iran, but Israel's the aggressor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one hated Vance until Trump picked him. I don't even know who he was until, and sit there and says, "Well, Waltz may be from Minnesota, but Harris is from my home state, California, which is worst."
Hey,
Well, at least-
from California.
Well, to talk to Thomas Potts, I still think there was better choices than Vance. I would have went
Yeah, I agree.
with Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah,
would've went with
that's
Vivek.
what I wanted.
Yeah, but then you'd have two alphas in there. He wants a, you don't want two alphas in there.
Oh, God. When will we
Why
learn?
do you come up on streams, LDG, that you know you're not going to like and you know you're not
Oh,
going to
here
be
we go.
able to
Here's the half hour of
input.
dogging me.
Hey,
sound
love
like-
to
don't
you,
make this-
LDG. Even if we don't agree on politics, we agree on the freedom of the net.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah, I
that,
Yes,
think
dude.
that's
of course.
probably exactly why LDG is here.
But I-
It's all about freedom of expression, freedom of speech, is it not?
Yeah, but he has
Oh,
no
it's
he,
more
he
than that,
has
though.
no
It's
cognitive thought on it because he doesn't follow
cognitive.
it.
Wow.
You want to try that word again, Deej?
Wow, that's
Who's the
getting
one not
insulting.
cognitive right now?
Shut up.
You know, maybe
I'm sorry. Would you like
Yeah.
some more blood with your
Maybe-
alcohol?
Maybe
anyway,
insulting people doesn't really get them
Well,
on your
yeah, this
side.
is turning into like, yeah. I mean, Deej is literally Kamalaing me right now, for God's sake.
Fuck you.
Do I need to start talking like Trump? Because, we all love Trump, right? Everybody loves
Fuck
Trump.
you,
So many
LDG.
people
They're
love
eating
Trump.
the dogs.
We know.
They're eating
I
the
hate them both.
cats. They're eating
eating
the
the
pets of
bunnies.
the people who live there.
I'm gonna take a playbook out of Bird of Prey 5 and say, Fuck you, LDG.
Oh, wow.
Clip that.
So
Clip
wrong.
that. Clip that.
So
Clip that.
wrong.
Thank you, Deej. That's an honor. That's an honor. That seriously is an honor. Thank you. You know what? You might have thought that.
Oh, man.
You might have thought that struck me down, but that just made me greater than you'd ever believe. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
And that ain't gonna make you greater because
And
nobody cares what I say.
Hey, LDG, this is for you one.
Champions, my
Go ahead.
friends.
LDG.
Yeah, I heard. What's up?
Did you want to read?
Tom,
comment
you're
on
reading
it?
something from Tom?
I'm not. Yeah, I can't read it. Someone read it. Sorry, I'm not there.
It says,
LDG, finish Prometheus so we don't make it to November 5th.
I'm trying, dude. I am so trying, but I mean, oh god, dude, guys, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not just here for free speech. It's the fact that I laugh every day because I know the founding fathers made America, right? And they made the government's job so hard for a reason, because our job is so easy, right? Changing the world doesn't come from government; it comes from the people, and I strongly believe this.
LDG only come up here to get me going.
LDG, can I ask you if this is true? I want the people to take back their governments. Is that even possible?
Oh yeah, yeah. Once we're given the tools and the power, but right now the internet's been corrupted by, politicians and companies and one-sided capitalism.
It would also help a hell of a
Greed.
lot if voters inform themselves a little more and quit being, ignorant morons, because there's a large percentage of those that vote, because Taylor Swift tells them how to vote. That's kind of scary, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, maybe pay attention to the policies of these people before you elect them. Like, that might just be the first step, just saying.
Well, what if you had an app that lets you vote with your wallet in mass groups, right? Like, what if you were able to, assemble? Like, isn't that the First Amendment? Like, the right to assemble? Like,
Yes.
how? Like, where can we assemble? What, on
There's
Twitter?
something
Are you
about,
fucking kidding me?
isn't it about
Like-
peaceful assembly or something?
Peaceful assembly, exactly. Like, we have the right to peaceful assembly. What app allows us to do that? Any?
Well, you could always
Ain't
create one,
any?
LDG, because you're the wizard.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's the whole
LDG
point
is
of
gonna do
Prometheus.
it.
He's trying to accomplish that.
Well, power
Trying
to
to
you, man.
accomplish that
Power
goal
to you.
without $45 billion. Yes, that's right. Sorry.
All right,
There you
wait
go.
a minute. Wait a minute. I have to reply to something that's in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Sci-Fi Sith Dan says so much for a civilized on panel, since we have a few strong personalities with different political opinions clash. The thing is, we clash, yet we're still friends.
Hell
Oh, yeah.
to the
Well,
yes.
I love everybody
Civility
on
is
this panel.
overrated.
I mean, come on now. There's a difference. There's a huge difference, and just like we were having this conversation in the underground, how it was Mamo Prey, me, and a few others, and they mentioned on how Bird and I used to get in these huge nerd fights, and I mean huge. And then it was like seconds later, and him and I are talking like normal, like nothing ever happened. And that's the one thing I miss from Bird.
If I had the money this winter when I have nothing to do, I'd go down and see LDG. Even though we clash on a lot of shit, we still respect each other and we still have fun together. So it's like,
Yeah,
I have no issue with that.
I mean, it's
We
not as much
clash.
lube as with Bird, but Darren, dear God, I was gonna call you
Hey,
Darren.
stop calling me
But
Darren, damn it! I believe in a hot dog earth. I believe in a hot dog earth, not a damn flat earth.
Well, so
Okay,
much for peaceful.
Deej and I might have a little bit of like a hangover after an argument, but that's about it. But Bird and I could cease an argument like after the next sentence, and that's I miss that. I don't have that with a lot of people.
I only have one issue that I will never forget LDG for.
Swimming with the fish.
Yes, when I was doing the 48 live stream, and he put fish around me while I was napping, and then put Jodie Whittaker around me. I would still get even for that shit.
Hey,
I see that shit so nicely.
yeah. Hey, Deej, if you want to get back with him, just put the Indian music on.
Screw you. Screw you.
No,
Okay,
I have the video of him jumping into a pool with his black socks on.
You're gonna sell that as an NFT. You can make millions of dollars.
Yeah, you could.
Anyway, enough of
I,
the
I have to agree.
blackmailing
I
of
have
the
to
of
agree
the.
with Thomas Potts, though. Taylor Swift fans don't know how to vote. They don't know how to sing. They don't know how
No.
to do anything.
They
Well,
know
there-
how to
God, I
vote.
hope not.
They
I
just
hope they
shouldn't be
can't
allowed to vote.
Yeah, look who's back.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
is that
who's back.
a joke on me?
Well, maybe. I don't
I
know.
would even go with LDG to Disneyland just to make sure he got banned from it for life.
Disney World, first of all. Yeah, okay,
Whichever.
whatever. Yeah, I made it in and out with Eli Hoo and positive candor. I'm sure I could survive you.
I don't know.
I might have to carry you out after you
Uh.
drink too much, but I mean, that's fine. I got no problem.
Oh
with
no,
that.
I could
Hey,
do all my
Gorilla?
shit sober.
Hey,
Oh, you wanna
Gorilla,
do
how
that?
many
Well,
more
no,
days
no, no.
until
Oh,
the
what?
asteroid comes? How many more days till the asteroid is supposed to hit us all?
Do you know?
We
You
need to
know
start a
on
countdown.
an asteroid.
not-
I went on Twitter and I made a joke about an asteroid like that was supposed to come hit us and it didn't. So I made a
Right.
joke on Twitter and said, "Hey, I ordered that. I ordered that meteor that was supposed to strike us on Amazon. And it seems to be delayed." And then I got a bot. Amazon responded with a bot that said, "I'm sorry if you're not happy with your purchase, you can buy your
Oh my gosh. My apologies for coming in and
Oh my
coming out.
God.
I'm gonna go.
I even
I gotta
sorry,
get
I
some
even put a
sleep.
oh, you
Hey.
go. All right.
Amazing.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Curtis, plug yourself.
You are
Yeah.
all loved.
Hey,
You're
now.
all wonderful people.
I'm not.
Yeah, don't go
Yeah,
Hey.
spreading
Thanks,
vicious
Curtis,
lies about me
buddy.
and Deej like that.
Yeah,
Hey, no self-pity from you, Deej. Come on.
yeah.
I
Thanks
will
for
not
being here,
take credit.
Curtis.
I will not take credit for something I am not. Damn it.
Well, he'll take credit from. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah. No, I even put a
take
funny
care, Curtis.
meme on that post of like an asteroid with a face on it screaming and shit. And I couldn't believe that I got a bot saying that. Like, would you like a refund? Please contact customer support. I'm like,
You should have actually gone ahead. You should have asked him for a refund. That would have been hilarious.
yeah. Can you give me a refund on an asteroid of like
You know, it'd
24
be
like
weird is if
$8
they
million
actually-
or some shit?
And if they actually gave you a refund, what the hell would that be about? Right?
That would be
Like,
funny. I'd
holy
make a
shit.
YouTube video. I'd monetize off that immediately. Yeah,
that would
be
go
crazy.
viral. That would be viral.
I get arrested too. Yeah, I would get arrested. Yeah, that would be all the what do you call that? The React channels would have fun with that story.
Oh shit. Yeah, it kind of makes me think Amazon might be a bit out of touch with reality or something. I'm not sure there, but you know.
It's their bot. Like if you go to my Twitter and you scroll down enough, you'll find the tweet I put. It's just fucking hilarious, and it just to have Amazon respond back like seriously, like
world.
I was like I'm trying to replace socks or something. It's like, yeah, the asteroid never came in Amazon. What the hell? Okay.
Thomas Bot, I never said I was sane.
Yeah, I never said I was saying either. So Thomas Potts, you're in the majority or minority there.
Hey, I respect Thomas Potts for thinking I am the most sane person on the panel. Damn it.
I'm personally confused, but I'm going with it.
I'm personally
Yeah, I'm gonna
confused,
sue
but
his
I'll go with that
doctors.
too.
Yeah, I actually don't care if anybody thinks I'm sane or not because I'm not sure myself.
He didn't say he didn't like us. He just said we were crazy.
Oh, PvP, we love you however you are.
I do the best I can. That's all I can promise, you know.
You're the man from BC. Yeah, and you're the oldest guy on this panel.
Yes,
Shit.
I wish I was the man from Uncle because I'd be way cooler, but unfortunately, I'm just
Oh,
the man.
Wait a minute. How old is PvP?
He's 66.
Okay, well then, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's old.
Damn it.
No,
Yeah, he's
see,
old.
Deej, I wouldn't have said that unless I knew it for sure, and I know he's the oldest.
Who's the youngest?
So,
I'd
that
say
guy up there that's
Dan.
in a
Gorilla.
Darth Vader uniform in his
I'd say
mo.
Dan.
Yeah, he's the youngest. The guy up there to your upper right-hand corner there, Moira. The guy who's in a Darth Vader costume. His name is Mo.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 28.
Oh,
Oh,
younger.
Moira broke my
28.
heart, so I can't
Damn,
sit
kiddo.
there and say that she's the sanest.
Well, you know, Outlaw Bill said that
Uh-oh.
originally, remember, he was called Jedi Bill, but because of a stupid thing called the Acolyte, he
Mhm.
turned into Outlaw Bill. So then he became an outlaw.
Outlaw Bill doesn't count because he likes Twilight movies.
He likes
Oh, damn.
oh crap!
Oh, damn. How are you going to out
No,
him like that? That's fucked up.
Mikey,
no.
tell me. I never heard of the Star Wars Acolyte TV show. Have you? Because that does not exist.
Well, it supposedly doesn't exist, but it did make a few episodes. I heard, so you know, it's out there. It floats around in the ethereal. It's out there in the net somewhere.
Out there, like
but
my
I was gonna
virginity. It's out there floating.
Yeah, it's out there.
yeah, well, I would
Skeletons
say
in
this.
your closet there, LDG. With all of us, we have skeletons floating around out there in space.
Yeah, well,
Some
I do have
freaking alien.
a legit question. Which is worse, Star Wars Acolyte or the Star Wars Holiday Special?
Holiday
Oh,
special
God,
is
are you
way
kidding? The
better.
Holiday
Holiday
special
special,
is
yeah,
10
yeah.
times better than Acolyte. Fuck.
Oh yeah,
That's a no-brainer, damn it.
Well,
yeah.
I
Just
Hell,
think
the
as
holiday
good
special in
the
German is
whole
better.
Reaper attack.
Hell, the holiday
Ah,
special is better than The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker.
I'd
Yeah.
rather
Um,
listen.
I'll
I'd rather listen to
I'll
the.
go with Rise of Skywalker, but not Last Jedi. I thought Last Jedi had some decency in it. Just a little.
Nope, didn't.
Yes, it
I'd
did.
rather go. I'd rather go with the holiday special in French, played in reverse.
There is something like that on YouTube, believe it or not. Yeah, they have it backwards somewhere. LDG. You just gotta look for it. That holiday special.
You just got to look for it. That's what she said.
Just gotta look.
Well,
Yeah, that's what she said.
Hi, Jim's Landscaping.
Hey, Jim, how's it going?
Hey, Jim.
Jim, he
Yeah,
was in
and-
Ohio.
And Tom
Hey,
says the
what a
MLB player complained on Twitter about two horrible fanatic jerseys that Mib switched and were you got an automatic reply telling him he could get a refund.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of people we lost, Pete Rose. Now, here's the thing. Trump was one of the very few people. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's actually true. Trump was one of the few people who said that Pete Rose deserved to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame, but he got the shaft because he was, just because he bid on his own team and everything else like that. But I guarantee you, if Trump does get into the White House, the first thing he's going to do, he's going to pardon Pete Rose, and he'll demand that he goes into the MLB Hall of Fame. So just say.
I couldn't give a fuck less.
There's
what he
nothing
does
to
for
pardon
Rose.
Pete Rose for.
I
He
mean,
didn't commit
seriously,
any
I
crime.
don't care about Pete Rose. It's like he's a non-issue to me.
I understand.
Now, Chris Christopherson dying, now that was a bigger deal to me, Mikey.
It was to me too. Well,
that
it was to
guy
Larry
was a
too.
fucking
Larry
great
knows
songwriter.
Christopherson's son, so yeah.
Great songwriter.
Yeah. Plus, I would say that. Who's that Harry Potter actor that died recently?
You got me.
Actress that died a few.
Oh
a few
yeah,
days
Dame
ago.
Maggie Smith.
Oh yeah,
Dame Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
Professor McGonagall. Yeah. Yeah, and then we just found out that Frank Fritz, the guy from American Pickers, is dead.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was fucking insane.
I used to love that show like 5 or 6
Me
years
too.
ago when I watched TV, which I never do anymore. But
I
Frank
watched
was
it
always
faithfully.
cool, right? Yeah.
It was. I watched it faithfully, and I loved it. I loved
It
the
was a
interplay
great
between
show.
Mike and him. Oh
It was a
man.
great
To get
show
back on
in
topic,
his day.
Tim Waltz is lying his ass off
Well,
in a
nobody's-
major way about censorship.
Well, what else is new?
Has anybody listened to the debate in the last 15 minutes?
No,
I've been
probably
paying more
not.
attention to debate than I have been to the rest of you.
Well,
I've been,
that's your choice.
Well, I've been half and half, really. That's why I haven't seen anything.
Okay, I'm
very
going to
much.
put the debate back on. Not that I'm counting on any of it to make any
They're
damn sense.
talking about bullshit. I'm listening. It's not pretty. I don't even know why we're.
They're starting to argue with one another now. This is getting bitchy.
A damning non-answer when he's
Starting?
directly answering the question.
Oh, you attack us. Oh, here we go.
Wee.
Oh, they're talking about sacred rights now. Excellent.
Yeah. I just think this is a
Oh, they're talking about the
circus.
First Amendment now, guys.
It's a Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus. That's all it is. a whole shit show.
Then you're not paying attention.
Are you
I am
saying
paying
that
attention, and I
you're
think
saying,
you're all screwed. But hey, I still love you guys.
are you
When it
As
comes
a
to
Canadian,
politics,
you're saying
maybe you're
political
just
debates are all about bringing in the clowns?
you think we're screwed, eh?
anybody is if they believe in politicians per se.
Well, I just need to read the right woman. That's all I need, to get screwed.
I got no
Hey,
problem with
all I need is my
politicians. I got a
beautiful wife,
problem with
2 cats, and I don't need politics. I don't need them. I don't need
come on,
politicians.
knock on my door. Come on,
Yeah.
knock on my door. I got no
Hey,
problem with
Janet was the
politicians.
hot one. You shut up. Janet was the
I
hot
got a
one.
I got a problem with oh god. I got a problem with career politicians. That's the problem I have. Like politicians should
That's a
be politicians should be like the police. It shouldn't be a job. It should be something people strive to, they accomplish, they do their job, and then they retire and they're gone.
You mean
And,
like they used to
let the
do
next people
decades
come in.
ago?
Yeah, it shouldn't be career politicians. It just shouldn't be. Like I don't know why the founding fathers did not think about that. Like I don't know what their thoughts were about that bit, but
So
they should never have made the career politician able to be.
Well,
they should have a shelf life like milk or something. Then you're saying,
Yeah.
LDG. It's just that people keep electing these lifelong politicians, and that's what makes them lifelong. There is a such thing as term limits, but the thing is, people keep voting them in, and they get unlimited term limits because we keep voting in the same ones over and over again, and they can be kicked out. That's called term limits for them if we vote them out, but we don't want to.
Yeah. Should be term limits because the whole point of the highest
but people are retarded.
the highest if you're going to build a society based on a pyramid, then you should make it that so that when you reach the top, it's only because you got there because you want to do something, give you enough time to get up there, give you enough time to do it, and then either accomplish or fail, and then you're knocked down.
You're saying
Leave the room.
And that was the tradition up until the early 20th century when they started bringing in the bureaucratic state.
Yeah. Leave
Which
the
was a
top as a
mistake.
temporary position so that way everybody strives to work because everybody's like the whole point of a pyramid is that you got everybody working hard as fuck to climb it. But if you make the top of the pyramid permanent, then why the fuck is everybody else trying to get to the top when you're just going to sit there forever? It needs to be a temporary position. Period.
Well,
Even if you want to meet you halfway and say, well, I'm against term limits. Okay, you're against term limits. But then make it term limits with an amount of time that says, okay, you have term limits, but once you fall down, you have a reset time, like maybe 8 years or 4 years, and then maybe you can get back up. But at least leave that room for the next person to have a fair chance to get up, instead of you just being able to monetize or capitalize on staying on top forever.
Yeah. Hey, is it just me or does anybody else notice that Walz is hardly blinking during the whole thing? He's sounding like off just staring off into space there.
Yeah, he's on an upper. Yeah, he's definitely on an upper.
Yeah, he's on at least caffeine pills.
Yeah,
That's why
he's on
stuff.
Adderall, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Adderall.
Adderall. Yeah.
Adderall.
Maybe
Yeah.
some crack. I don't know.
Or he could be on a psychedelic trip with his Viagra.
Yeah, the last time my eyes were open that big, I was on some serious shit.
Yeah. His problem is with the Adderall and him forgetting stuff, he just sits there and pauses until it gets back, and then he starts panicking when it doesn't come to him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna say he was like B12 or something, B12 shots. Yeah, maybe they were injected directly into your brainstem.
Oh, you got the old shot in the ass, huh?
Yeah.
No, literally shot in the back of the fucking neck.
And Vance looks like a robot. I'm sorry, but I don't think I've even seen him move once in the last 30 minutes. He's stood there like a wooden robot or some shit,
No, he's moving his arms.
None of them are talking about.
Hey,
he's moving his arm. Oh, okay.
Hey, are you sure you're not mixing him up with Walz?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not mixing him up with the old crotchety man, but that's okay.
And LEG and to all of us on the panel,
He's not being
The last thing that you probably saw the major ice bulge out probably was a woman with nice jugs on her chest, probably. Going,
Hey, Zombie Mouse.
oh, pretty going, wow, nice jugs.
But you know what? I'm surprised
Raider and Zombie.
that I don't hear. I don't hear anyone talking about, and that is the new 21st century oil, and nobody's talking about this. Not Trump, not the vice presidents, not anybody. No one's talking about utilizing or maximizing on the 21st century oil, and that's information. And information is today's oil, right? Like that,
It is.
like there's a never-ending well that
It is
companies
big.
are drilling into, and not only that, but like the difference between information and oil gets used and it's gone.
That's great.
Information always exists, and it becomes more valuable the older it is. It's like a collector's item.
Yeah, but it won't
right?
burn.
No, it does burn. It does more than burn. That's the beauty of it. It's like a generator under a waterfall. It just keeps falling, and it always generates. It doesn't burn because when it burns, it goes away.
Can it
what
run
you chose
the V6 in my car?
No, but it runs the economy.
I think you guys
Information
are talking
runs
like
the
different
economy.
things here. Like there's one physical, there's one kind of metaphorical.
Yeah, we're kind of making a connection between the
up,
physical
girl,
and the medical.
like,
That's metaphorical. It's
Right.
information is not a consumable resource. I mean, it's a consumable resource, but it's not physical like oil is. But that's
Well, the
not what
thing
I'm
is-
trying to say. It's like all the
thing is-
companies and governments, police, IRS, companies, organizations, everyone, platforms, Google, Twitter, all of them, they run off information. That's their gasoline. If it wasn't for information, Google would be dead tomorrow.
The thing is,
Right?
though,
Like-
where oil will be controlled by the powers that be, information once it gets out there and escapes into the ether could be, gathered by anyone with a curious intellect.
But it's not
right?
though. But no.
But it
no,
could
no,
be.
No, no.
It could be.
It could be, but yeah, but could and should and is three different things. It's
And
not.
would.
It's not being that way. It's not. It's only being controlled right now by the companies in power like Google. Okay, that's the only people using it right now. The average Joe is not using information because all the information that we get, half of it is misinformation or scams. Right, the information the average person has. You is like Prince Alabi saying that he's got $3 million in your bank account waiting for you.
Just
I'm
click
serious,
on this
I'm serious.
link. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fake
the
news.
information we have encompasses all of it. So
So
we get the
everything is
misinformation,
filtered.
we get the scams, we get the bullshit, we get the
Everything's
lies.
filtered, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, not filtered, just it's prioritized based on the fact that these platforms allow people to lie, cheat, and steal and get ahead. You don't have a platform that says, I'm committed to making sure that you have the proper information, the correct information, access to the information that you need to know that is correct and available, or resources that are available. You don't have that right now. It's non-existent.
You say I should just take my library card and go into the library for like information.
Well, libraries are one thing, and libraries failed because they didn't adapt to the internet. Libraries should be like the number one resource of AI and search engines right now, but they're not because they were based on profit, and they had people in charge of making profit for the libraries, and they failed to adapt. Okay, that's why libraries are dead right now. But it only takes a moment for somebody to come up with a program to reignite libraries, because libraries are like the definition of the free exchange of thoughts and ideas, right? That's what a library was. You go to a library and you could read any book. You didn't have to spend $60 to do it. You're right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
go there. You had access to all this stuff that if you were a consumer, you'd end up having to pay for, and pay a lot of money for.
Even 10 or 15 years ago, I had my trusty library card, LDG, and I would walk out with a stack of like 20 or 30 books, because I was
so many of us did.
Curiosity,
But we didn't teach that to our we didn't teach that to our kids, and we didn't let the libraries be able to survive. The libraries actually killed themselves.
Have you
But,
watched?
yeah.
Have you watched some of those videos on YouTube where they ask like young people like who the first president of the U.S. was, or or how many presidents there been, or just the most basic questions that even I know.
Yeah,
as
1
a
+ 1 =
Canadian.
3. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
and it's just frightening. It's just bizarre, actually. It's
Well,
Yeah.
just
we
like,
can still get back to that
wow.
though. We haven't gone too far.
Yeah.
We need to get back to that, and that's by
Well,
reintroducing
I hope
a free net.
we can get back. Yeah, I hope we can get back to that LDG because
Yeah.
right now a lot of fake news, a lot of misinformation, a lot of discouraging, I mean disheartening educational system.
Monetized information.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Zombie Boss says the debt is paid.
Yes. And I
Yay!
told her
That's
I
good.
gave her a thumbs up and said, "Good job, zombie."
Well, Zombie Mouse, tell
Did
me.
you know that every platform that you have right now, like Facebook or Twitter, they did a recent they did a analytic research on it, and they said that basically for every platform is out there, and I just don't
All
mean
right.
the major ones. I mean all the platforms that you could make $30 a month just by having an account.
Yeah.
Your account is worth $30 per platform. So, and when I say platform, I mean YouTube, Google, Gmail, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Yellow Pages, OnlyFans,
Hey Dan.
Twitch, every single platform. So imagine how much you would make, right? Let's say you were on 10 platforms times 30. That's $300. $300 a month minimum that they make. And that's not including that was not including advertising or anything else. They make $30 per platform.
So can I answer Thomas Potts' statement there? Thomas Potts, see what you do then is you take your cabal, you talk to Professor Brainy Specs and tell him quit his job and have him get some other job besides being a librarian. Because you already said it's his fault. So there you
Hey,
go.
and welcome, Daniel Hot Topics. Welcome, welcome.
Hey Dan.
Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
Hello.
The double D's. That's the double D's, Daniel and Daniel.
What
I
kind of
missed the
double
double
D's you talking
D's.
about there, Mikey?
Daniel and Daniel. I
For a
said they're
friend,
known as the double D. Yeah, I'm not talking about oversized
I would.
silicone-based
I gotta.
appendages
Oh,
that come from women. Come on.
don't get me started on silicone boobies because I hate that shit personally. I would
But
rather
that's
go
what
with a
most
woman
are
that
built by.
give me
That's
a
what most are
natural
built by.
give me a natural woman with a nice little set of
Good luck with that.
teeth, and I'm happy man.
I
A
know.
natural
Good luck with that,
biological
though.
woman or a natural woman?
A real
Hey.
woman, okay? Like a woman from the womb. That's an actual chromosome woman, not any of
Yeah,
this
there we
other
go.
crazy shit,
Chromosome woman.
you know.
I was watching some
Actually,
stuff today.
chromosome woman might be a cool superhero. Actually, she could go
Yeah.
around, fighting all those dudes that think they're women, and that can be very entertaining. I would watch that, sure.
Yeah, I was watching something where they said that by the year, I think it's like 2050, a majority of men will be making love to AI female robots.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, totally.
damn! I just missed out by like 20 years. Damn.
Well, just think about all the money. Just think about all the money that won't be paid in child support.
Oh yeah, you don't have to pay anything.
That would save so
Just
much
think about the end
violence.
of the
That would
human
save
race.
so many unwanted
Three
pregnancies.
generations
Holy
later.
shit.
Oh
Yeah,
my
It goes
god.
both ways too. Don't get me wrong. The women are going to be dating AI men too, so don't you worry. It'll be equal
Don't worry,
opportunity.
Moira. You have the best guy in the world in Chris, and I got the best woman in Suzanne, so we're
Right.
good. We're good. We don't have to worry.
But for everybody else out there, like the
Like,
violence
why-
against men and women would reduce, the amount of unwanted pregnancies would reduce.
Why
It
the
would
hell?
be a fucking miracle.
Yes.
Let me introduce this weird, crazy, upside down, scrambled egg omelet thought. Why would you want to wait for the person to be able to say the right things to you than when you can have a computer say those exact same words automatically?
Because there probably would be something missing slightly from the AI.
There would be
What?
a great deal.
Because
Like the
part
human
of a
race in
person's
about 3
charm-
generations.
Because part of a person's
but like
charm
what,
is
though?
sometimes their imperfection.
I think it depends on your perceptions. Like I would personally, if I could meet the right girl with the right
Yes.
personality, a sense of humor, we laughed a lot, we had fun, and I would rather make love to a flesh and blood woman than like some robotic AI thing.
You know
personally.
Yeah,
what?
of course.
Hey,
That's
listen,
just me,
I
right?
appreciate you saying that, and I get where you're saying that, but let me tell you something right now. You got some balls because you won't know the difference if you had
Last
an
time I
AI
checked.
chick.
Hey,
Yeah, if you
There
met an
would
AI
probably be
chick,
laws.
I
put in
already
place-
got the uh
There would probably be laws put in place where
the
it would have
public
to be
service
labeled.
announcement for Dan. Do I have to show it to you too, LDG?
what's that?
The evils of dating AI.
Oh no. There's no evil in dating AI. It's self-preservation.
Well, the thing is, you guys.
Last I checked, fucking robots was not technically
did.
self-preservation.
I mean,
but
think about it. I've dated some real women that made me want to kill myself. Like that. I mean, seriously, like that's
You wish they
self-preservation.
were AI, right?
okay.
I wish my exes were AI. Like I most likely still be in a relationship. If
Because then you could just hit a button and turn them off permanently, right?
Common spots. Oh
But
yeah.
But he
Yeah.
brings up a good
Too hard,
point, though,
and
because
yeah, you'll break something.
having a real person is great.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, I just want to quickly. Do you, if any of you are Firefly fans, which I love that show,
Yeah, it was
remember
good.
the Serenity movie that came out, after the show got canceled? Remember
Yeah.
Mr. Universe, and he had his like AI, lady or whatever, right, in that movie. So are you saying it could be something like that kind of AI thing, LDG?
yeah, you don't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't even know the difference.
Yeah.
It'll be better. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as
Alright.
you didn't know, if there was an AI robot that wouldn't let you know it was AI, you would not know the difference.
That
Yeah.
would
Maybe there's something they could
there's-
put in place where it would have to give disclosure and tell you, kind of like your food being labeled.
Not if you don't want to know, though. There's plenty of people
Oh,
who
so
don't.
are you-
That's why we have the word spoilers. People don't want to know.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, I want to say welcome to Scurvy. He said hi, fruitcakes.
Hey,
Hey,
Lemon
tell me-
Hey,
Pie.
I want to link to that. I want to link to that bird singing "I Feel Like a Woman." I want to link. And for some reason, Daniel says 2050.
yeah.
Hmm.
And
No,
a
I'll be
robot woman
very
could
old
push
by
your
then.
dingling. Okay. Well, if you're stupid enough to push too hard into a mechanical device, that's your fault.
I think he's trying to say that the robot would be a dominatrix.
I think he's probably saying that, yeah.
And yeah, LDG, people don't like spoilers.
Exactly. Yeah, look who's back. Yeah, I know.
Actually, some people are okay with spoilers. I've known people that are okay with
Oh,
them.
Daniel. Oh, Daniel. Oh, well. Okay.
Hey, you
can
just gotta
find
get yourself
someone else, Daniel.
just get yourself up plenty of fish.
There's plenty of fish in the sea, but then if you have to find a nice AI woman, you can call her Jessica and then have some fun. There you go.
It's like Galaxy Quest says: never give up, never surrender.
Never give
That's
up.
my motto.
Never surrender.
Never give up, never surrender.
And never date
I
robots.
love that movie, man. I love that movie so much.
I still
Hey.
love that movie. No.
Oh, I gotta go into YouTube here. So,
I bet you were already on YouTube.
no, I actually have to go into the thing here.
I'll show
Oh.
So I was posted the link here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oops, I
Daniel,
don't want
then
the
you're going to be a
studio.
very
Wow.
lonely man. I mean, if you're saying that AI is empty and meaningless, come on. Give it a try once and see if it works for you. You're already dooming yourself to loneliness forever if you think that way. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
If
but
nothing else, AI could be a really good thing to practice with, learning how to interact and work through certain, disagreements and this and that without really fucking shit up.
Right, without avoiding the emotional stress. I mean, all you have to do is
All right.
ask the AI certain questions
All right.
and get the appropriate responses. I mean, come on.
All right.
And imagine,
Should I share
imagine-
this?
And imagine dating someone and being happy to be in a relationship, not because you feel like you're lonely or have to be,
Right.
but actually finding someone and being
Hey.
happy, not just settling.
Sure.
Because you
Guy-
with experience, a robot
Yeah.
can't fulfill any of those particular needs or help with that experience.
Yeah.
'Cause they don't
You
have
guys want me to-
people-
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead and share this
Yeah,
if
please
you
do,
want,
Gorilla.
Gorilla. Yeah, go ahead.
we trust you.
All right. Hopefully I won't
do we?
get copyright claim for this.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Girls.
Hey, there's Bird.
Come on.
Oh,
I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling all right. Gonna let it all hang out. Want to make some noise, really raise my voice. Yeah, I want to scream and shout. No
Nice.
inhibitions, make no conditions, get a little out of line. I ain't gonna act politically correct. I only want to have a good time. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun and go totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Really go wild. Yeah, doing it in style. Get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair. Do what I dare. I want to be free, yeah. To feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman.
Oh my
Hey.
God.
Whatever he was paid to
The
do
girls
that, it
need a
wasn't
break.
enough.
Tonight we're gonna take the chance to get out of the town. We don't need romance. We only want to dance. We're gonna let our hair hang down. What hair? I got no hair. The best thing about being a woman is the pay gap, this prerogative to have a little fun.
Oh my God.
And get totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Really go wild. Yeah, doing it in style. Get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair. There's no hair. Do what I dare. I want to feel. Yeah, I want to feel the way I feel. Man,
Oh, Lordy.
I feel like a woman.
I think this was before Shania Twain became Shania Wine.
I feel like a
sounds
woman.
like
I want to
Shania
feel the way I
song, yeah.
feel. Who's stopping me? Who's stopping me from feeling the way I want to feel? Oh, yeah, it's the best thing about being a woman is the
I'm starting to see
prerogative
those
to have a
appendages
little
burst out
fun.
of his chest there.
Fun.
Slightly.
Go totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Really go wild. Yeah, doing it in style. Get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair. Do what I dare. I want to be free. Yeah, I want to feel the way I feel. Yeah, man, I feel like a woman.
That's it.
like a woman.
Hey,
Wait a minute. Hold on.
who? Was that an owl here? Oh yeah, I get totally crazy. Can you feel it? Come on, baby. Who? Where's that goddamn owl? I feel like a woman.
I feel like a woman.
Come on.
Oh man, that's
You
so
know,
awesome.
No. Hold up. I have the follow up for this.
Dun, dun,
shit.
dun, dun.
I have the follow up for this.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, Thomas. Yes, I did see that Futurama episode.
But by the way, Gorilla, if Shania Twain launches a massive copyright claim on your channel tomorrow, do not be surprised.
Yeah, don't be surprised.
There's actually no music on it. I think I'll be good.
I'm over here on Resolute. I've shared the follow up to this.
Here we go.
Okay.
Right here.
This is the follow up to the whole man. I feel like a woman.
Hello, world. It's me, Berto Prey 5. And remember, I like to suck things that are hard. That is what I just said.
Hard.
Hello,
Oh
world.
my God.
Oh no.
Bird
You
was
should just
hilarious.
combine that together, Gorilla. Have it singing and then combine that at the end.
Well, those aren't my videos. Those aren't my videos. See,
Oh, okay.
Thomas
Well,
said
he
Deidre had
send
to
you that.
collab on that.
Send to you.
And,
Okay.
yeah,
I
and see,
still remember. Any of you guys still remember when we were doing the bird tributes a while back, and there was that
Yeah.
one where somebody put him as the Sasquatch, the killer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
that's
my
salty.
God. I would love to see that so much again, but I don't know where to access it. But that
It's
made me-
over on Salty Trekkers channel.
I got
I
it for
don't know
you.
his channel though. I don't have his channel, man.
I'll get it for you.
Thank you, girl. That made
So
me laugh my ass off so much. You know what? We were all feeling, bad. We were feeling, we were grieving, and then all that funny stuff that got played that night. I felt so much better at the end of that because I was just laughing my ass off at all those great, funny videos that Bert had done. When he was with us. It was like it made a big difference. I got to say.
yeah. Well, I was gonna respond quickly to Daniel here because he's saying AI is empty and meaningless when it comes to dating, and he says AI is a machine; it's not real. I got to tell you something, Daniel. If you need some companionship of any kind, an AI machine might be right up your alley. You may not, never know, but give it a shot. Try something at least once in life. It's not going to kill you. But
It's just an alternate version of getting your rocks off with masturbation.
yeah, well, it's better than what we used to. They used to have inflatable shit before teach. So
Oh, not those
Hey,
inflatable love
they make
dolls.
some
Oh
really
my God.
realistic female parts now. So
Yeah.
yes,
So
Gary.
instead of popping your rubber woman, you get electrocuted by your AI bot.
hell, LDG has a giant inflatable penis.
No,
Only because of Bird. Only
No, he
because of
doesn't.
Bird. That's not because of that. Shut up.
Hey, guy.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm getting a Ralph Crandom
Shut the fuck
flashback
up.
here. Humna, 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 humna,
Swear to
humna,
fucking God.
humna, humna,
Shut
humna.
up.
Hamina. Way to go, the ruppy boy.
Yeah, wait, my
Hey,
foot up
Thomas
your
Potts,
ass.
Hey,
you're not
Shut
Ruffy
up.
supposed to say
boy.
wow. You're the cabal. You're not supposed to say wow from
It's like,
Specs. Come on.
shut
There's
up,
no wow
Norton.
from you. Is that really Thomas Potts? I don't know. That might be an
Yeah.
A-bot.
I don't know.
No,
Where the
that's
hell
Thomas Potts.
are we
Oh,
heading
okay.
somewhere here? Like I'm not sure where we're going at this point.
Oh, we're just having some shitty fun.
We're
That's
sailing
all
on
right.
the high seas of fun and confusion and more fun.
It's kind of like an expansion of the waltz that we have with the four of us on Friday nights.
Oh, by the way, I got to work Friday, Gorilla. So what time are you doing Walton's?
Yes,
there,
I'm
man?
going out Friday too on a date with my wife. So
Hey, I may have Saturday off, so there could be a drinking stream on my channel Friday night.
Oh,
It'll,
drinking.
Rest in peace, River.
it'll be like 7:30, 8 o'clock, or like 7:30 there because I gotta take my kid out selling popcorn there.
popcorn. That'll work out perfect because I think I'm working till 5 on Friday. It's because of the holiday we had here in BC yesterday, right? I had to shift
Yeah, the
everything.
truth and reconciliation. Yeah.
Yeah, had to
Jesus,
shift
it's like-
everything Tuesday through Friday. I usually be Monday through Thursday, but it's like whatever.
Yeah, it seems like you
Truth
guys
and
got a holiday every.
reconciliation. Who was the idiot who named that?
Well, it's got to be some government bureaucrat was head up the leader's ass so far he can't breathe. Is what I'm guessing.
No,
So
it was
when
Yeah, it seems like you
actually
guys got a holiday every other day. So
It's
No,
all
it was
it's all bullshit anyway because the native folks in Canada, probably a lot of their fucking towns still don't have clean drinking water, and they have to ship the fucking bottled water in just so people can actually survive. And it's like, yeah, it's all horse shit, but that's government for you,
Yeah.
right?
But anyhow, here's your link here. And let's see, Daniel says that AI is empty meaningless. So it doesn't. Yeah, we talked about the.
Yeah, we did. We said that.
Did nobody see the Futurama episode about loving robots? Yeah, I think I did.
Thank
and
you, Thomas.
is saying,
Oh,
"Wow."
I'm sure we all did. I said I did, yeah. And he says, wow.
Somehow.
Well, some of you need a refresher about not loving robots.
I
I
think
still love RC.
I think, fucking a rubber robot woman or whatever would not be the same as actually a real woman that I would enjoy watching her as she's having a great orgasm. Like that's what I would enjoy. You know, I'm all about giving the pleasure, right? I would get
that is a very manly thing to say. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, congratulations.
Moya, I
Yeah.
would get as much enjoyment out of watching my girlfriend orgasm and have fun as I would personally on my own orgasm. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not afraid to say
what,
that.
Yeah, it's what,
Listen, bye.
it's what. No, it's
No.
what needs to happen in
How the hell-
relationships.
Why
Equal
the hell am I
pleasure,
so
equal
single, you know?
enjoyment.
It's like, damn it, you know.
Right, Moira?
Unfortunately, Lemon, we still are.
We're still cavemen.
Yeah,
We
we
haven't
How-
learned yet.
PSA about
I
it.
occasionally interject to give female perspective, but like, yeah.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Well, just to balance it out a smidge. Although I'm actually not against the idea of people doing this, as long as like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, like with anything else, you know, common sense needs to be used. Like there's I forget where it was, but there were some articles that were coming out. All right, so y'all know that there's like an AI friend you can have, like the app on your phone, and it gives you someone to chat to if you're feeling bad, and it learns from you. Some people, mostly guys, and I'm not trying to shit on guys, I'm just saying statistically, a lot of the guys who downloaded that used it as a way to be hateful and verbally abusive to their little AI friend. And that is concerning.
That's sad.
Oh yeah, it is for
That
sure.
is.
That's
I'm like,
really-
if the AI
that's
takes over,
bad.
they're going to remember those motherfuckers. Like, I think it's good to have an AI to practice with to learn how to get work past your anger issues, so that way you don't ruin an actual person's life. But it doesn't mean you have free reign to be hateful and mean to something that can't fight back. That's just a bad thing.
That's
Well, you know what,
kind of
Moira?
fucked up,
What I'd like to see a female robot have is the ability and the capability to be really aggressive. It would have an app in its matrix that if the
Hey, Kinky.
man who wants to mate with it for some reason gets too aggressive or too rapey, then the robot can destroy him
Rapey?
with some other thing. Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
lord!
That might
What?
be going too far, but what it could do
it's
though
attempting
is
to kill a
saying
robot once.
if it reaches a certain level and be like, please slow down or please back off a little, and
Please
it
slow
doesn't
down.
do
Right.
it,
Okay.
then maybe give like electric shock or something.
So
Like,
you're saying
Electric
there's
shock treatments would be nice. Yes, I appreciate that.
So, Moira, are you
Oh,
saying
my lord.
it should come with like a collar you put around your testicles and get that electric shot if you're a bad boy?
The robot can like twist your balls off.
Oh,
basically.
I'm just being silly and that's fantasy
Hey,
stuff.
some people might
All
be
right.
into that. I knew a guy once who liked to be kicked to the junk.
Please note that PvP wants to be shocked in the balls with electric shock.
No, I do. Well, considering. Well,
Boy,
you
he's
know,
like, well, he
Like,
paused.
okay, I've never
Oh my
seen never.
God.
Just like David
Thinking
Bond.
about it.
With the right
Hey.
woman, if she was really good at it, that could be quite arousing.
Hey,
Actually.
electric shock isn't that bad.
Could be
Yeah,
good.
but what if
I could
But
say
what
it.
if, for example, Gorilla got frisky with an AI robot? Next thing you know, he gets thrown into the wall. you know.
Well, it
I
should
just
have.
have no interest
Well,
in it.
that's because I start yelling at her because she won't do the one thing I like.
Oh, see,
Hey,
that's the
lemon
problem.
pie.
Like you make it
Oh,
sound
my
like
I do not know lemon pie. They're still talking about effing robots, and it's
I mean,
went that wild because
it's-
they have nothing else.
I find it
But
funny
I
that you're
think
like,
it should be handled
well,
with
if
the same
you're
kind
too
of
rough with
ethics
a
that you
robot,
expect to a person.
like the
Right.
robot can't feel it. Like you literally, like no matter how hard you are, there's no way of getting
No.
rapey with metal. Like I mean,
No, hold on.
she won't even feel it.
Think of this as a behavior modification, and
Right.
I mean in a way of learning how to be better. And
Yes.
it's not. It should, AI should not
You
be
keep
used
getting the
to
wrong
treat
hole.
it
I gotta
as
teach
treated.
you.
What
What's like, what are you teaching? Like you're literally talking about it. Wait a second, Moira. I love you, but you're talking about an action that literally has other people shoving their junk in other people's mouths. Like how gentle do you want to get? Like when you're like when
Well, I'm
when you're
trying to
literally
explain.
saying, "I want to fuck you in the ass," how gentle do you want that to be? Like, where's the line drawn? Like, have you looked at have you been on Pornhub recently and looked at the categories? Like,
You
how
realize that's
gentle
not real
can you
life.
be with that kind of shit? I mean,
I am sorry. That is not my asshole. That is where the lube goes into the nut slot.
There's a couple of different angles to tackle there, and he's trying to throw a whole
Listen,
bunch at you.
I've
But
seen
first of all,
porn
we have to
videos.
understand that for the most part, porn isn't real. It's not everyday real occurrence. This is
It can't
think
be
of
though.
this as
It's the
almost like a
problem.
little reality.
People
Okay.
want it to be that.
It really
I mean,
shouldn't
yeah.
be though.
I've
Yeah,
seen
wait, you
porn
mean I
videos
can't get
where
it?
I don't want my. Listen, real quick. Let me just say this. I think this is gonna be funny. I've seen porn videos where people treated men's penises. I don't want my pizza to be beat like that. But that's a normal. Like they want that shit. Like they're shoving like rods up that shit, and they're stepping on that shit. Oh my god, dude! The stuff I've seen on videos, and that's normal. People want
Well,
that.
I'm going to bed
normal.
on this topic. I'm going to go to sleep now.
All right, you want to pip yourself?
And
I'm gonna go watch
Lynn and I
Soccer
don't know how we
because
got
I
from the
don't think I'm gonna
VP
have a
debate to
conversation.
Yeah, we got pretty
robot
far.
Dayton.
Yeah.
Well, it's because LDG showed up.
Is somebody-
I didn't start the conversation.
I didn't start the fire. Oh, sorry, that's Billy. Joel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't start the
I
fire,
just
man.
blame
It's
everything
burning
on LDG.
since the
So
world's
that's-
been turning, bro.
So
I
how-
just
how-
blame everything on LDG. So
how
that's
did
how it
pe-
goes.
So
Oh,
pizza
Dan
and
probably
penis
caught
are the
Dan.
equivalent of something now? Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
You want to read this, LDG?
I mean, I said check please as soon as I
All
found
right,
out
just-
what Futanami is.
All right, just a sec. Dude, you said you're going. What do you want to pip yourself before you go?
All I want
my.
to say is what Thomas Potts
Oh,
wrote, and
my.
it says for LDG, it would say you are attempting to enter my USB charging port. However, you are too small.
Oh, God.
And what is Waltz's stance on A-by ball shocking? He's all for it.
Oh, man. And hey,
And-
Booger 414. It's good to see
Hey,
you,
Booger. Hey, I had a terrible bingo card for the debate. I only got to take 2 shots. Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
All right, good night, everyone. I'm going to go to
All
bed
right,
so I
Dan.
can get up for
All right,
another
good night,
farm
Dan.
life tomorrow,
Good night.
where I may rant
Later,
about
later.
all this tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
What about robot fucking?
No, about the debate. Robot fucking will be held over till Friday.
Oh, man.
Oh, so you're going to do a parlay on this?
And I will show the USB port that LDG was apparently too small for.
Oh, man.
Hey, Raquel.
Hello. Hey, Raquel.
Oh, Raquel can go to
2211. Meow, meow. Hi, beautiful.
I was just about to head out.
Oh, hi, Raquel.
Hey,
I'm thinking my microphone isn't working, but
what? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm fine, because I've been trying to
fine.
talk for like 2 minutes and nobody's hearing me.
All right, all right, Moria, what you got to say?
Oh, I guess I'll stick to the most recent thing because I think the other thing's just kind of lost in a room full of teenage boys, and I mean that with love. But
Hey, do I have to play my disclaimer there for you?
Moria, I gotta say, you probably haven't watched me and Gorilla and our denizens here too often because we always descend into the realm of teenage boys.
no,
We
I
really
don't
do.
necessarily mind it, but when there's like, it feels like there's 15 on here giggling at the same time, it's hard to say anything.
Well,
Yeah.
I did say my greatest joy in life is giving women orgasms, so that should give
Well,
me a few
I
points.
heard that loud and clear. But but no, when I was talking about the ethics of having an AI girlfriend, and it's not there to be abused or mistreated, it is there, I would imagine, to help us learn how to be better people without mentally damaging other people along the way.
That would be good. Yeah.
And I was
Yes.
thinking of that, and everything just got silly, and I was DJ's like, I missed before hearing Raquel's sexy voice. Well,
Oh,
We do get silly. Yes, that's true.
but I think it would be a fun topic to talk about another day, though. So,
Oh,
so
thank you,
so write that
DJ.
on their post-it note. Like, I don't
I,
mind having a conversation about that another day.
I just can't see really having well, I could have a superficial relationship with an AI, I guess, but to have anything in depth and meaningful, I mean, it wouldn't seem
But
like there's any future to it, right? So,
well, no, but it's a good.
you
It's
know,
practice. Instead of imagine, all right. So a lot of times, and I think people might deny this, but I think at some point we've all dated a practice guy or a practice girl, and all it does is leave a person feeling used. But what if you could get the practice of learning how to treat somebody, how to learn how to engage in an argument, but it not get out of hand, things like that, without emotionally damaging an actual person.
I can see that. Thing is, at my age of 66, Moira, it's like I just go out and even chat, randomly at women in the supermarket or whatever. And
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm like a smooth guy or something, but I'll just start chatting with a woman, and it's like within like a minute, we're like having a great conversation, and she's like,
I know that's great.
you know,
I'm just saying for a lot of people, maybe they've had a bad time and they never, and it somewhat stunted them and they didn't learn how to.
good point. Yeah,
Yeah, because
good
like
point.
your teens and your 20s, and sometimes your 30s, but usually your teens to 20s, a lot of bad stuff can happen in a relationship, and it sets a bad tone for
Oh yeah.
later in life. But if you find a way to work through that in practice, it could probably help a lot of people without harming the emotional well-being of other people. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times we end up, as a whole, we end up hurting people emotionally because we wanted something from them, but we didn't want to give some of ourselves, say, for that. And that we learn how to do that with an AI without the mistreatment.
No, you've got an excellent point there, Moya. Like, really good point. I have to agree after listening to what you're saying there. The
I
problem
totally
is,
agree too. Yeah.
some of us, like myself, I had a couple of really bad experiences early on in my early 20s, and it was so bad. I just kind of gave up on women for too
Right.
long, right?
And that
Like for
happens
many
a lot.
years, and I was so well. I thought one girl that really cared about me. I mean, I pursued her for years because I was a friend with her brother. Let's put the background there, right? And she was nice, but she was always like, off-putting, right? She was just always like saying, no, 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 no. And then eventually we finally got together after a couple of years, and it was great, for 3 or 4 months. And then, one day I learned from her friend that she just run off with another dude to another town, right? And I'm
Actually,
like,
I was about to
I
say
don't
something
care,
like that. My advice to anyone, guy or girl, do not chase someone for years. Don't. Because one of two things, either on one scenario is if a guy is showing interest in you for years, you keep turning him down. When you do decide to give him a chance, there are some guys out there that will punish you for making him wait that long, and that is
I
scary.
didn't do that. I didn't.
But there's also times
we had
on
a
the
loving
other end
relationship.
where the
We really
woman
did.
goes okay and says go for it, and you realize, oh my God, she only got with me because everybody else kicked her aside, and
well, no,
you realize that there might be a reason why she couldn't keep a relationship.
the thing is, we were young teens. Like she was like 13, I was 15 when we first started, flirting with each other, right, Moira? So it was kind of an innocent thing, and then we didn't get together for probably 5 years after that when we finally got together.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
that I guess that's a little bit different. All right, so yeah. 5 years, then would be an appropriate age to date.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I would hang out with her brother. I would go over to her brother's house because we were big buddies, and my cousin and my friend, we'd go over to his house, and we were big into rock and roll, like rock and roll for me, right? We'd listen to all kinds of records on his stereo. We'd play like Kiss and all those great 70s bands and have fun. And Debbie was always kind of hanging around the background, right? So I'd flirt with her because I thought she was really cute, but I wasn't really sure that it ever developed into anything meaningful. But I said, "What? Well, I got nothing to lose. It's a bit of fun, right?" And then eventually it did, and but okay. I'm sorry. I go off on these damn tangents.
Yeah. All right. Just a sec.
Give me a backstory.
All right. Just a sec. Hey, Raquel, you want to read this?
Sure. D. Darcy says, "Damn it! I left before I could hit Krakel's sexy voice." Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hello, lemon pie.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna have to hop off though because it's me and Chris's special time to watch like Father Brown together.
Ah.
Special time.
All right, you want to pip yourself before you go?
Oh, I guess since the Halloween season has started, I am gonna start. I don't know if it's gonna be every night, but it's gonna be a couple of times a week at the very least. Start showing movies, and I have actually decided on the first horror movie for the season, officially for the season, and it's actually more of a comedy because me and Raquel don't like gory, horrible stuff, and so it's going to be kind of a cute, cheesy '80s movie.
Okay.
But with like monster themes, but it's cute though.
Fright Night is good. Fright Night is a great '80s
Fright Night
one.
has that guy melting. Like that's a bit.
Do you want to mention
I'm
the title of the
thinking
movie it's called, Moira?
Huh? I'm sorry?
Do you want to mention the title of the film?
Monster Squad.
Ooh,
Okay, I've heard of that. I've never seen it. I have heard of that.
Theaters when I was a kid.
like that
It was
film.
a bit funny.
It is. I agree. It's good. It's good comedy film.
It is. It's something that
comedic and horror.
Raquel and I will be okay with it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that too. Yeah, sure.
Per. I'm thinking maybe setting it up for tomorrow night, you think? Oh, well, yeah, I could do my bitching
Wednesday-ish?
complaining.
Okay. Sure, let us know. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to do my bitching complaining about the headlines around 6 or 7 something.
There you go.
And then after that, around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, we can kick off the first official horror movie for the Halloween season. On my channel.
Monster Squad. Sounds
Sweet.
good. Yeah.
And you guys want to come hang out? Just like, do we have a group chat for all this? Or like, what do we have? I will message it to Mikey, and Mikey can send y'all to let you know what's coming on if y'all want to take, because we're going to be watching it through Cosme, of course.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Good night. Yeah, thank you, Rick. And thank you for being here, Moria. You have a good
Hey,
night.
thank you for inviting me, sweetheart. Mwah.
Have a good night.
Hugs to everybody.
Person. Meow meow from the kitty.
Meow meow. Meow meow.
All right. All righty. And I'm gonna catch up on a few chats here.
All right.
Daniel said, actually, I do believe that AI dating will become much more common in the future. Heard last night with the rising inflation and the price of living getting higher,
Yeah,
lots
price
of
of
people
living.
will get together.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a
Could
given.
be.
There, giggly.
Yeah. Booger giggling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So less people being born because people won't be able to afford it. Here's a little secret, Daniel. That people have never been able to afford kids. They just had kids that made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people just go, "Oh shit, we're gonna have kids. Oh, I'm fucked now. I better scramble and do something." You know.
Yeah.
I was. Oh fuck. I suppose now you wanted me to rap it that night, huh?
Ah,
It's a little too late, then, isn't it, Gorilla?
no, too late. Yeah, it's kind of bad going retro and saying, "Shit, I should have done that."
Yeah. And Booger said an AI girlfriend. Isn't that just a modern or a possibly more creepy blow up doll? It's a more advanced
Well, it actually
blow-up doll.
walks. Blow up doll, you have to inflate, but with a AI robot, it actually walks and talks. And oh, by the way, it has emotions.
Yeah, you're talking like the Japanese sex dolls, though, right, Mikey?
There's some, but there's actually some that were created by American companies. One of them
Yeah,
is Hanson Company, and there's
aren't-
another one that's a Mikey something company. Has a Mike name in it.
You've researched this, have you?
Yes, I have. I looked it up. I'm
No, but
scared for some
aren't
people,
those
you know.
like $5,000 or something? Like,
Well,
10.
10,
yeah, okay,
10.
way
Yeah, a
out
little,
of my
little
price range,
expensive.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
Way out
Yeah,
of my
you know,
price range.
Yeah,
someday,
hey, you might
It's
be able
cheaper
to
than a
get one for.
girlfriend.
Hey, PvP, you might be able to get one from China for about $500, but there's no guarantees it won't catch on fire.
Yeah, and probably when I'm having sex with it, it'll take
Or-
it'll take a map of my penis, which will automatically that
Whoa.
information to the Chinese government, and they will control my penis for the rest of my life. I'm like, no, thank you, commies.
Yeah, but if you piss it off, it might go biological on your ass. So that
I
might
don't
be
know.
another
God.
thing too you have to be
China,
worried
man.
about.
I mean, if I ever
China will
scanned my
not sell you
penis
a
on the
sex
internet,
doll.
it would
They will
release a
sell you a
global
real
virus
woman,
that would shut
but
down
then you're
everything.
stuck with a
Right.
Chinese wife.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather have a real Chinese wife than a AI. But even then, I'm not looking overseas. I've heard too many horror stories about guys that get lonely and they go, "Oh, I got a nice bride from Thailand," and then she gets here and like 12 months later she divorces the dumb asshole and
So
takes him for all she can get. It's like fuck that.
Well, if
So-
he's
a lot of
ordering a
guys that
bride
work
from
that way.
Thailand, there's a 50-50 chance she has a dick.
yeah. So Sif Dan says that most men do turn into boys when we talk about girls or women. So Dan, does that turn you into a grade schooler back when you were 10 or 11 and trying to feel yourself out?
Yeah. That Booger said, or we could just try and not hurt people we are in relationships with. No AI is needed. We just don't need to be mean to each other. Amen.
Pretty much.
Amen to that one, Booger. Yes.
Yeah, Kirby said hi to Raquel and good night, Moria. Oh.
So
Moria?
we should ask Raquel. Raquel, what did you think about AI robots in the future like that? What do you think about that?
AI robots.
Female robots.
We might as well just call it
Yeah.
what they were AI sex bots.
Or prostitutes. You go either
I
way.
wouldn't mind an AI robot helping me clean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's
that's
about it.
sexy.
Yes.
Yeah, that works.
So
Well,
you're looking for Rosie, not.
I mean, it's like we were talking about clean, like Mr. Mom, or we talking about clean, like the first 10 minutes of Coming to America.
No, I mean, like help me clean, tidy up around the place. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
I do
So-
think
I mean,
I do think a woman can appreciate a man that's willing to help her do a little bit of cleaning once a week. I think that makes a man more sexy, and a lot of guys don't get
Oh,
that.
sure.
But I think a lot of women would appreciate a man's help. On a few household chores, shall I say?
Of course.
Yes.
Not in my experience. My
Well,
experience. Touch the
Raquel
washer and I'll kill
appreciate
you.
it.
Ah, Jeremy.
Thing
He's
is,
very
Hey,
possessive of that washer.
everybody's experience is different, is it not?
Yeah, he still has a scar on the back of his head to remind him of that.
From that
Oh,
frying
man.
pan that time, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
bro?
from the frying pan.
That's not where that particular scar came from. I avoided it on that occasion.
Oh,
Oh
my.
man, I'll tell you, Raquel. What would be nice is to have. Basically, I think what some guys would ask for would basically be Rosie the robot from the Jetsons, but who looks a little bit sexier and is willing to do chores every once in a while, but is also willing to have the man help them as well. Is that a pretty good scenario?
Yeah.
All right, DJ, that's night. I'll have to pop over here today at.
Today? What's that mean?
All right, you have a good night there, Deej. And
Yeah.
someone want to read this one while I fact check it?
Sure. It happened, Daniel says. Elon Muskrat finally reveals new warp drive starship. Why does Elon Muskrat want to go to space so badly? He wants to colonize Mars, and now he had warp drive? He knows something. Okay. Warp drive.
Daniel, there's as much chance of Elon having warp drive as me becoming the king of the universe tomorrow. I don't believe any of that. There's
Yeah,
no
I know.
fact.
I mean,
Nobody's going to
that's-
fucking invent warp drive for at least another 100 years. Come on, man. Fuck.
That's as much chance as Resolute Germ walking up to the White House and saying I'm president and kicking everybody out with his own foot.
Okay.
Ain't
See
gonna
what I
happen,
think.
Hey,
I
Daniel.
think.
When the world ends, that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've
Well,
got a harbinger
yeah.
of things to come.
Yeah. NASA's working on a warp drive for the past few decades, but we're probably still 50 years out at least.
I
Well,
say 25. But
Elon Musk might have made a passing comment about wanting warp drive, and someone ran with that comment. Is what it is.
yeah,
oh,
I just fact checked it.
it's just ridiculous. Come on, like I mean, we always talked about Star Trek, antimatter, matter, warp drives.
yeah.
I mean, even if that shit, I mean, that's even still like science fiction fantasy in a way.
Oh,
If anything even came close to that, do you really think, hey, we got fucking people killing each other in the Middle East and etc. Do you think that fucking humanity's smart enough to fucking invent a warp drive for a spaceship?
Let's
Seriously?
let's invent the cure for hunger before we
Yeah.
start talking about Mars.
Yeah,
Okay.
or how about the cure for stupidity and ignorance? That would be a big one on my list.
well, and how about the cure for all cancers? How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
lots of
or,
things.
or better yet, the cure for old age.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
think we can
We're
solve
you-
that.
you
working
know,
on that one too.
You really,
Yeah,
really
but we
don't
can
want
try.
to kill
You know, my
Sure.
personal, you know what? My personal fucking peeve is they're gonna, they'll find immortality by just drinking a simple, like a milkshake. About
Yep.
2 years after I'm fucking
Age
dead,
fast.
forever.
Yep.
I'm
Or young
gonna be
fast.
so
Sorry, young
pissed off.
fast.
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
like
come
sim
back-
fast. We're gonna have
I will
young
come back
fast. We're
and
gonna have
I'm gonna haunt those cocksuckers.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
You're gonna
Yeah,
hunt them?
you know what?
Oh, okay.
Fuck
pisses
those
me off
fuckers.
is that you got these celebrities doing like blood transfers with babies. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
No, but I'm not
They've
surprised.
been doing that for decades.
They've
Yes.
been, and it works, and it fucking works. It fucking works. You got these celebrities looking like they're, literally 45-year-old women looking like they're 25.
So you tell me
Yeah.
I have to kidnap babies and illegally transfer their blood to me?
Yeah, well, not legally.
All right.
I mean,
No.
No,
right.
illegally.
All right.
I don't
All
know
right.
about you, but that sounds like a vampire.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
All
that
right.
sounds like vampirism. Yeah.
All right. Just
How
like
aren't
Nancy
celebrities
Pelosi keeps
basically
that
mostly
healthy
vampires now?
yeah.
whatever
All right.
works.
All right, to our NSA agent that is listening, I am not taking part in this
NSA.
taking baby's blood. Blood there. That is our Canadian friend
Legally.
talking about that. Legally, I am not talking.
Disclaimer: we do not tolerate.
I mean,
people,
just think about all
vampiring
the.
babies.
Yeah, think of all the abortions. They don't need that blood. I mean, we could totally use that.
Well,
Oh,
we're just telling the YouTube overlords we neither endorse or condone vampirism. Okay.
Oh my god.
That exists in its own way, and we don't do that. So, okay.
We
I
are
would like
of
to
the
have a
blood.
teleporter. Can I have a teleporter, please? So I can skip the
teleporter?
so I can skip the lines and the security stuff at the airport. That would be
Yes.
lovely.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, man, I've
yeah.
been tempted to go to the airport there. I haven't been felt up lately, so I'm thinking of going to the airport and get some action.
You want to get some
Or
action and
you
felt up
don't
by
wanna
a
go
female
to the
PSA
airport,
got
agent?
Gorilla.
75-year-old
Got
guy
that.
waiting to stick his fingers up
I
your
got
ass.
a
I hope
guy
you
waiting
enjoyed
for
that
you.
there, gorilla.
Hey guys. Hey
Oh,
guys.
Jeremy, you
is
didn't like
that
that
for-
cavity search we got?
Yeah,
You
but you're
think that was
desiring
bad,
it, Gorilla.
but
That's
you
not
get-
necessarily the correct thing to say, is it? That you want a female TSA agent to feel you up and make sure you're not carrying condoned weapons or anything?
Hey, I only got one weapon.
But it's illegal in about 12 states, probably.
yeah, well, I do have a real question. Is it locked and loaded, or is it unloaded?
Oh, it's always locked and loaded.
Hey, you already got 2 kids, so that proves that.
Dad, we just jumped over the fence and then you just impaled yourself even more on the next one. Jeez. Ah,
All right,
Anyway.
so Daniel says the cure for cancer aging will happen soon.
well, I hope sooner rather than later.
It'll happen in an election year.
You'll
maybe.
never cure aging.
Yeah.
No,
You've
not
been
aging.
reading a lot of the articles and watching a lot of YouTube videos on these subjects. I mean, I have been reading. Sorry about that.
Oh, well,
Well,
maybe
I would
some
say
of
this-
us too.
What I would say is they probably find a way to slow down the aging process, but not outright eliminate death and aging. Period. They probably will find a way to slow it down.
Well, if anybody tells me how to slow it down, I'd be very happy to hear about it, because in the last 10 years, it certainly hasn't been slowing down for this cowboy. I'll tell you that.
Well, there is
Every,
a way to stop
you
it
know,
and slow it down.
do
Just
you
stop
remember,
drinking, stop eating good food.
stop breathing. Yeah, that could do it. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind slowing it down myself. I mean, what about yourself, Raquel? What do you think about slowing down aging?
Yeah, that would be really good, but I don't really think anything like that will exist like probably like in 100 years or so.
So in other words, we'll all be dead when that happens. In other words,
we'll all be dead.
Yeah.
We'll probably be gone by that time that all occurs.
Well, one thing I heard that is anybody under the age of 45 today could live over to be 300 years because of how fast medical technology is advancing.
So there you go, Raquel. You can live to be 125 years old.
You youngsters.
I don't know if I want to live that long, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember when I was a teenager and my grandpa had cancer, and they kept saying, "Oh, we got a cure any day now, any day now." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck you don't."
Yeah.
And then he died. You know, just saying.
Well, yeah, unfortunately. Well, the amount of people, I know one thing, that the amount of people, God rest their souls, that we lost just within this past year and this year to cancer, and even a lot of celebs and so on as well, it begs the question. It's like, well, if you think you're that close to a cure for cancer, why haven't you done it already? I mean, I don't understand
Yeah,
any
I'll
of
tell
this.
you why. I'll tell you my opinion, Mikey.
Yeah.
Cancer is an extremely complex and difficult disease to treat and cure. I've lost 2 family members to it. Back in the 80s, when I was started going to college, my grandfather on my dad's side, he had throat cancer in the mid 60s. They removed his larynx. He could not speak after that, right? But I could
Yeah.
still understand him because I got used to his guttural references. I could still communicate with him. He'd generally write everything on a pad of paper, though, to communicate with people, right?
Right.
He lived another 15 years, and then the cancer came back. And I'll never forget the last year I would go to see him in his hospital bed while he was dying because he was so weak he couldn't get out of bed that last year. It was not fun. And then my sister, back about it's gonna be like 25 years this November. This in another month and a half, she died of breast cancer, and it's like, the thing is, though, there's a lot of people that live a lot longer now with certain types of cancer, right? Some
Yeah.
people that would have been dead in a month or two are now living 5-6 years because there's
Yeah.
been progress, right?
Right.
So I do not subscribe to any of this conspiracy stuff that they don't want to cure cancer because they're making money. I just don't buy into that shit. I just don't. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. If you want to disagree, fine. Don't argue with me because you're not going to change my mind.
Oh no, I wanted to mention that Suzanne did bring it up to me that she had an aunt that when she was 99, she said, "Oh, I'm going away. It's all over.
Yep,
Yeah, I won't be here next year." And then she lived for another 8 years until she was 107. I was like, that was a lot of determination. I don't think that had any much to do with medicinal capabilities. I thought that had more to do with the determination and the aggressiveness of saying, "I'm not going to pass away," until I finally, said, "Okay, that's it," and then you're gone. So,
well, I think when it comes to something like cancer, Mikey, it's more about the physicality of the individual as to how it attacks your body than
agree.
any we could do political agendas or social agendas. I don't think fucking cancer gives a fuck about any of that shit.
Oh no, it doesn't discriminate.
It takes a place in your well. Okay, I'm going to bring up someone near and dear to us, pop culture curator,
Right.
and was I don't know, was it a year and a half ago? He was completely fine, and then I remember like a year ago, suddenly he mentioned that he started having those brain seizures, right? And he
Right.
couldn't drive and do his Uber job anymore because of that, right? If you
Yeah.
guys recall. And it was like within the span of like a year or maybe a little more, he went from a man that sounded basically healthy and robust. I remember those final weeks. I think the last time I talked to him was on one of his Saturday night chants about maybe a month, or 6 weeks before he died. And I mean, those last 3 months were painful because every time I'd talk with him, he was just, you could tell he was just in so much physical distress. I mean, I
Yeah.
knew he was a man that had a limited number of days left in this world, right?
Hmm.
And I mean, basically, he went from not knowing about any cancer in like a year. I mean, it could have been developing for many months beforehand. He got
Wow.
diagnosed, but you know what I'm saying? It advanced very quickly in his body, and he was gone within like a year and a half, right? Whereas my sister battled it for like 8 fucking years, right, with her
Yeah.
breast cancer. So it's all about the individual's metabolism, your body. I seriously do think if the medical community could find a cure for cancer, I honestly believe they would want to, because it would end so much human suffering, and then it would free up the medical system to help people with other ailments, right? Because there's lots of other serious things that need to be, like heart disease and whatever, right? Other
Well,
things that
someone needs.
could be, given that attention to cure, right? Is what I'm saying.
Right.
But
Well,
anyway,
as my
if people don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm sorry. I had to bring it up, and once again, I should change my name to Tangent because I'm always going off in the fucking tangents.
it's okay, PvP. We appreciate you. No, really, all I wanted to finally say to address this is that we all know that we've lost someone to cancer of some kind, of any form. And I know that someday, somehow, they're going to come up with a universal cure. I hope they can make it affordable. I hope that they can make it accessible to everyone that has a family history on both sides of cancer in their genetics, in their family. And I hope that they can cure them and help them, because that's the important thing. We need to find a cure, and we're still looking. I know it's complex, but we will someday. We will. I don't know.
We're not
I don't
looking
know if it'll
anymore. We
happen
already
in my
have the cure.
lifetime.
It's locked up
Yeah.
behind some kind of freaking patent bullshit, copyright
Well, I
shit,
mean,
trademark
yeah.
shit.
I
But
do
I mean,
not believe. I
LDG, do
do
you
not
think
believe.
it'll happen? Well, let me ask LDG first.
I
LDG, do you think
respect.
it's going to happen in our lifetime? A
It
cure for
already
cancer?
happened. Like I said, we already have the technology right now that is able to like find these things, and they're just being held. They don't want us. They don't want us to live forever. Like, think about it for a second. Like, do you
You
think
shouldn't
government
want to
wants
live
us to live
No,
forever?
nobody said about my sister living forever. She just would have had maybe another 20 years. That's not living forever.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that for a second.
I mean, my
Do you think
sister
the
was near
government?
and dear to me, so you're
Okay, obviously I didn't
as
mean
much
live
as I
forever.
respect
Okay,
you,
I'm just saying that.
you're walking on dangerous ground, LDG.
No. You just gotta. You just gotta. It's Where's Waldo.
When
You
it
just gotta
gets
play Where's
personal,
Waldo between my words and my meaning. I say things to exaggerate. You know I do that on purpose, dude. Listen, obviously not live forever, but live longer. Do you think the government wants you living longer?
I don't know why they
Oh,
wouldn't.
well, depends if you're
'Cause
still
then,
bringing in
'cause then I
They
could,
want you dead.
I could pay taxes for another 20 years. Come on.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter though. There's more new people for every one person who lives. There's
Oh
30
man,
new people who are gonna live who will pay a lot more taxes than you.
not my fucking country.
in America.
We got a very
Well,
low birth
not
rate here.
being born
We got a
imports,
very low birth
yes.
rate in Canada.
All the new people outrank. You got to remember the old people are old people are numbers dwindling. New people are numbers
Tell me about it.
like exponentially growing.
When you're
There's
talking
more new people
generationally,
than old
there
people.
are less new people.
Actually,
That's why they're
Canadian
importing more people to balance out the numbers.
guys, Canadians are not Indigenous born in Canada Canadians are not replicating the birth rate to keep the country going. I could
Yeah,
Well,
your
you can't say that, but
population
we're still
still goes
here.
up.
If we weren't,
that's
we'd be
one
dead.
reason. One reason why Canada's a nature of immigrants, and I don't have a problem with immigration because some of my friends are immigrants. Well, my mother came from England in 1924, for fuck's sake. So I'm 50% immigrant myself, but I'm just against
Exactly how
uncontrolled
immigration works.
immigration, right? Uncontrolled immigration, I'm against. But Canada always has been a land of immigrants. I'm just saying.
Every place has been immigrants.
Well,
Hey, Kronos.
I mean, would anybody? Well, let me ask this question then: would anybody want to die by natural causes or die by some form of cancer or disease?
I want to die by choice. I
I-
want to die because
You'll
I'm
never
done.
naturally
I'm like,
choose to die.
but that's the goal of life, though. The goal of life is to get to the point where we actually have the choice to die.
That's true.
That
Personally,
is not the goal of life.
No, it's not the known goal of life. But if you look at life, nobody wants to die, right? Like that's the one thing everybody is
well, unless
equal
you're
on.
suicidal, you know.
Like we all, yeah, unless you're suicidal, everybody wants to live. Like even insects or animals or humans, we all want to live. So basically, the unwritten rule is nobody wants to fucking die. We all want to live forever, so we have the choice to say, oh, you know what? I've lived long enough. I want to pass. I want to reset. You know, the reset is like the world's balance. It's the universal balance in life is the fact that you die, and guess what? No matter what you did in this life, it's null and void, and you get to start over again. I mean that is literally the natural progression of the universe, I believe.
So
Nobody
you
wants
believe
to die. We all want to live forever. And then we find
LDG.
out that science, let me finish this real quick because I'm on a roll. Please, sorry. We find out that science dictates that for every disease is a cure. There's a cure for every single disease. Like we know it's mathematically possible, right? Like we at first we didn't know this. At first we thought, we believed in witches and plagues and we believed in all this bullshit. But
Demons.
then science said, hey, polio. Hey, we fucking cured polio. Hey, we can cure cancer. Hey, we can cure this. We can cure that. We're finding out that science can actually cure shit. And then we found out, aging isn't the fact that your time is aging has nothing to do with time. Aging has to do with the science. You know, the I can't think of the cells right now or the correct terminology, but we found out aging is a scientific inevitability that we can control if we just do it right. I mean, everything we're finding out, science is a way to fix. We just need to like nail it. We need to nail it. Even when we thought like, wireless technology impossible. That's magic. Oh, what? Humans being able to fly without wings. We're flying.
Is anybody listening to Gorilla? Because I think he's
Yeah, Gorilla's
Is
snoring
Gorilla
again.
passed the fuck out?
Yes. Hey,
Oh, is
LG,
somebody? Okay.
are you going to put?
No.
Yeah.
You got that
What?
music ready to go?
Oh,
there?
I got his music ready if he's sleeping.
Yeah, did you guys hear me?
He's
His butt.
Could you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Can't you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
You
hear
have
you.
a serious sinus problem there.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sinus.
I've been talking.
Major sinus problem.
no, you.
I've
were
been
sleeping,
talking.
buddy.
Nobody's just.
You've been snoring.
We can hear you.
You've been
snoring.
snoring big
You were
time,
snoring your
brother.
ass off, dude.
And hey, Kronos. And this is live, yes.
And hello, Curtis. Curtis
I'm
is in
actually
there too.
surprised Girl hasn't called this yet because
Yeah.
it must be getting late for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are having fun talking.
I know, but we love when you talk too, Gorilla. You don't have to snore.
I mean, the second.
And what's with all this repeated stuff in the chat here, Mikey?
Oh, and it's probably from cross
Dude, I
streaming.
swear,
Cross
Gorilla,
streaming.
the second
Cross
you
streaming.
ever go to sleep, Gorilla, you ever go to sleep, I'm gonna play this 24/7 until you wake up the next morning.
Abracadabra! Ja, dieser Kuchen war geradezu bombastisch. Und die Nachfrage danach erstarkte drastisch. Barbara öffnete noch im selben Jahr eine Bar. Nannte sie Barbaras Rhabarberbar. In der Stadt gab es auch ein paar Barbaren, die hatten von Barbaras Rhabarberbar erfahren. Und da sie fort an jedem Tag bei Barbara waren, nannte man sie bald die Rhabarberbar.
I will play that 24/7,
He got you back.
nonstop, on repeat. I swear to God, you ever fall asleep on stream? That's what's waiting for you. I just gave you a preview of your fucking demise, okay? Because I know you hate that shit.
That's not nearly as annoying as your Indian drum meme.
No, that's pretty annoying. Yeah, give it about 4 hours of you sleeping listening to that. I swear to God, you're gonna have some kind of crazy fucking German dream.
Hey, Drew. And Drew 24 is in the chat also. Good to see you, Drew. And
Drew.
to the Miras, okay? Well, I was trying to pronounce it.
Let's see, Baby Shark would be worse.
Yeah, Baby
And
Shark song.
Drew 24. He's lurking.
He's lurking. Yep, hey, Drew.
I mean, though, but seriously, though, like all the major, like, you know, accomplishments that we had, has expanded our lives. Like when you were like 5, right? Like you wouldn't dream of half the accomplishments that we made up until now that makes us live longer. And we found
I know,
out
isn't
that
that weird?
science is actually,
5 once.
yeah. I mean, like it's not what we thought it was, and I think once we get there. And I think we already found the cure of cancer. I think the cure of cancer is behind a paywall. And that really pisses me off thinking of that.
Well,
it pisses me off too. I
don't really agree with that, but you know, whatever.
I mean, we've had evidence and proof that people have beaten cancer. Like it's proven.
It has
It's
nothing to do
happened.
with the technology.
There's exceptions to everything, though. Some people beat everything, and it may be their genetics, right?
Yeah, but didn't Pfizer whistleblower come out on one of
I'm
Angel
so resistant to any conspiracy theory. I've heard too much shit over the last 60 years, guys. It's like my mother grew up with her kid. My mother was born in the 20s. She came to Canada right when polio was hitting. She had friends that lost their limbs to polio that were put in iron lungs
cured now
to survive, right? My mother
Cured now.
experienced the iron lung shit firsthand and the terror of polio. Thank God
And it's cured now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
then
cured.
it got cured. But back
The
then,
science cured that. It wasn't just
back
random.
then it
coincidence.
was a horror story, right? When my mom was a
Yes.
kid, you know.
Oh, we cured it.
So what I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Things get cured, and then they're not necessarily behind a paywall. They're not necessarily being hidden from the public good, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so maybe the pure. Okay, so okay. First of all, the cure for polio was behind a paywall originally. It was just affordable. It was still behind a paywall. You just get it for free.
And plus, that's
Well,
back before,
I live in Canada, so I think it's a different system than what you have.
Slightly,
and
but
plus,
wasn't that different in 1920s or 19?
I
when
don't
they
know
cured polio was like 1960s.
No, I don't think our free Medicare came in probably until the 50s when certain politicians fought for that, which I think I'm getting too tired to go into a big political debate about Medicare or healthcare in Canada. But
look at AIDS.
Don't forget-
AIDS is basically cured now.
Well, but
I mean, not 100% cured.
And you know the biggest proponent to the treatment for AIDS was actually a doctor working in Vancouver, British Columbia, a 5-hour drive from me. He was actually one of the guys that developed the treatment that could keep people living for years if they just took a certain concoction of drugs every week, right?
Yeah,
and he saved a lot of lives.
And then because you had to be Michael Johnson. You had to be a basketball player to afford that shit.
I remember his name. His name was Dr. Peter at it wasn't Vancouver General, but it was at It was the other hospital. Actually, my mother worked there as a nurse's aide back during the war. I can't remember his last name, but he was known as Dr. Peter, and he developed a treatment for AIDS that would keep people living for decades and decades and decades afterwards. And I think he was a true hero because he was like one of those altruistic, really good doctors that actually give a fuck about saving human lives. And
Yeah.
look up Dr. Peter Vancouver. You might find something on him.
Also, LDG, that was Irvin Magic Johnson who brought it to the forefront.
Magic Johnson. Yeah, thank you.
He's still
Yeah, you're
alive,
welcome.
isn't he? Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
still.
breathing.
Yeah, he's still.
Oh
kicking.
yeah,
He's
he's
getting
still breathing.
plenty of alive.
did he get like drug treatments, or is he just
Well,
such a naturally healthy, exceptional human being that nothing can
They
touch him?
covered
Like,
this on South Park how he's cured. He
I
just has
don't
to
watch
roll
South
around
Park
in a bunch
anymore.
of money. He just has to
I
roll
gave
around
up
in a
on
bunch
South
of money.
Park.
That's the cure for
I gave up on
AIDS.
South Park years ago. I'm sorry, Gorilla.
Yeah. No, but he just tries to roll around in a bunch of money. That's the cure for AIDS.
Nah, are you saying you take South Park seriously enough to believe everything it says?
It's a joke, PvP.
I know. I'm just trying to joke with you back.
Yeah.
Hey Daniel, I didn't know that. Today is former President Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday. Okay.
If I didn't love Gorilla's stream so much, would I be here? You know, just saying.
Yeah. But
you sound tired, Gorilla.
Yeah, it's good to be
I love being here. I love being here in everybody's company. And I do. I enjoy each one of you in kind, and I'm great. I'm blessed. Every time I say that I'm on a panel, I honestly say I'm honored and blessed to be a part of it because we're a family and we all care about each other. We do give a shit. I mean, most people think that we don't, or that we're just blowing something out of our ass, but we're not. We actually do give a shit, and we do have some things to say. Maybe that will start waking people up for the first time in a damn 10 years
If
or
our
something. They've been
platforms,
sleep.
if our platforms let us hear that shit. But
That's
anyway,
right.
guys, listen,
Hey,
I do appreciate. I'm sorry, I do gotta go, guys. It's late. I gotta go to bed.
Okay.
It's hard to like do
Yeah.
everything, and I do appreciate being able to come on here and hang out with you guys, and I love you guys, and thank you, everybody. And I
And
want
LDG, keep the Prometheus going. Keep that keep that stuff
I'm trying,
going.
man. It's
Yeah,
every single day is every single day is me trying to do that. So I do appreciate everybody who comes to the underground. Again, freethenet.org/underground. You get to hang out with me personally and hear me in my free life. And I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. PvP, Raquel, so many of you right now because Mikey has that I'm sorry, because Gorilla had this. Can you get rid of that comment, please? Get rid of the comment. Drop the comment. Drop the freaking overlay. Dear God, dude.
Bitch.
All right. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Raquel. Thank you, PvP. Thank you, Sci-Fi. Thank you, Rezo. Thank you, Gorilla. Love you guys. I'll catch you guys next time, okay?
Next time, LDG.
Good night, LDG.
Take care,
Night.
guys. Be good.
All right.
Later. Love you all.
All right, so let's be like
Mwah.
a kid. All right, since we're all
I think we just need to wrap it up.
Yeah,
Wrap it up,
Justin.
All right, so thank you, Kronos, for coming, and thank you, Daniel's Hot Topics, for coming, and thank you, Thomas Potts, for coming. Now, if you ever, he has a bunch of stuff of like bird crash and all that, bunch of stuff he's clipped out of bird streams or out of context, of course. And then he has some of his cool Minecraft builds on his channel, so make sure to check him out. And scrolling. Right. Here you go. It's on your channel. It's on your channel.
He does arm wrestling videos. He does have a few videos on his channel. If you want to help him out, you guys can subscribe to his channel. And beyond that, that's all I know about him. He is an arm wrestling channel, I think.
All right. So thank you to Detroit 4 for coming, and thank you Curtis Shelby for coming. Now he does Yeah, he does a lot of political and thought-provocative stuff on his chat, but it's always very civil. So make sure to check him out. And Deej is gonna have another farm life tomorrow. So thank you, Deej, for coming in. Make sure to check out his farm life. He said he might have a drunken stream this weekend.
Oh my god.
And thank you, Scurvy, for coming. Also known as Limit Pie. Thank you, the Booger 414 for coming. He's on your channel there. You want to promote him, Sit down?
He's on mine and Mikey's chat.
Yeah.
So Mikey may want to help me with that.
I can promote Booger 414. He and his wife do a lot of cosplay in conventions, and he has some great content regarding pop culture movies and reviews. So definitely check him out. And if you ask him nicely, he can find a picture of him and his wife in Klingon uniform at a Star Trek convention. I've been asking him for the last couple of weeks. So hope you get that. Hope we get that, Booger. Yeah.
Cool. And thank you, Zombie Mouse, for coming. And thank you, Jim's Landscaping LLC, #1 Commodore Production, for coming. You just had a new Breach video come out a couple days ago. Does occasional live streams, and he does Star Trek fan films. So make sure to check him out.
And I want to say also, real quick, I believe this is, I represent this for everyone. Thank you, and God bless you, Gorilla, for helping Zombie Miles out.
Yeah, not a problem. And thank you, Outlaw Bill, for coming. You ever need your karaoke needs filled, make sure to go to Outlaw Bill's channel. He also does Westerns on Sunday. Then he does he has Buckets of Blood in action theaters.
Yeah, he was
thank you,
famous.
and thank you, Chief Judge Finity, for coming. Scrolling. Thank you, Brad Wolf, for coming. Thank you, Gregory Bradley. There, I never did check to see if he had anything on his channel. It's probably, but he never did put anything in the chat either. What he does.
He's fairly new, I guess.
Yeah. So thank you, Gregory Bradley, for coming. Thank you, RRTNZ, for coming. Is anybody familiar with their channel?
RRTNZ? Raquel? Anybody?
Yeah, he's I know him from Teague's channel. I'm not sure what his content is or if he does content, but he is hanging a lot around a lot of Star Trek streams. He's always in, I believe, Critical Drinkers streams. So you'll see him around the community a lot.
Alrighty. Well, thank you. And thank you, Watcher X, for coming and sit down. This was your channel.
I do not know about him. If he's relatively new to the community, I don't know much about him.
I think he's relatively new, because I haven't seen him yet either in any of my previous webcam streams. So.
Alrighty. And thank you, Store to Poopus Cuber, for coming.
Yeah, we love that polar bear.
I think that's everybody there. So PvP, what you got going on?
Oh, nothing much. I'm really feeling tired lately. I'm trying to get more sleep because it's just like, man, I could just sleep and sleep and sleep. So, not working on my channel at all these days. So that's about it. And you're gonna do Harry Potter, I guess, Thursday night.
Yep.
And I guess Walton's on Friday. But anyway, I'll let you tell that when you tell your stuff. And yeah, I got to put some. I got some pre-cooked food in the fridge. I'm just gonna throw it on to heat it up. But man, I'm just tired these days. I don't know. I just can't seem to get enough sleep. But anyway, guys, over to the next person.
All right, Mike, what you got going on?
Okay, so our weekly webcam series, Wednesday, 2 episodes of The Greatest American Hero at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and 2 episodes of the A-Team on Thursday. And then Thursday night, Miss Raquel and I and Moira and hopefully you, Gorilla, PvP, and Germ. We're going to be doing a review of 3 of the Planet of the Apes involved in the franchise. There's a total of 10 movies, so there aren't that many. But we're doing 3 of them. The first one from 1968, then the only one that Mark Wahlberg brought back in 2001, and finally the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which started with James Franco. So we'll be covering those. That's going to be part 1, and we'll be doing 2, 3, and 4 in the following Fridays. But for this week, it's just Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, because we're going on a date, my wife and I, this weekend. So so we're going to take the whole weekend off. But that's what's coming up in the next couple days.
All right, thank you. What do you got going on, Raquel?
Well, I'm currently taking a break from my main channel right now. But on my gaming channel, either tomorrow or on the weekend, I will be playing either Elder Scrolls Online or Gotham Knights. My gaming channel's name is Raquel SSG 2211 Gaming, and yeah, you can check me out on my gaming channel. Stop by and talk for a bit while I'm having fun playing games and not trying to get killed.
All right, thank you. Sit there. What do you got going on?
All right, to all your panelists and chatters or viewers that don't know me, Sci-Fi Sit Down, I usually cover different sci-fi TV shows or movies. I do universe crossover idea videos on my channel. Just type in my YouTube channel name roughly. It's Sci-Fi Sit Down. Hopefully my channel name comes up for you. You can check out my channel. I got different videos on different topics of sci-fi. And I do my Transformers Prime watch parties on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And I do my live streams on Saturdays between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. I do cross shares with people like Gorilla and Resolute Germ if they will allow it. I try to upload a new video to YouTube at the beginning of each week to entertain my subs and my watchers. And that's about it. And I'll turn it over to Resolute Germ to let him do his own self-promotion. If he's still there.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay. We skipped Andromeda tonight for the debate, but we'll be back next week. We have the Nerd Night panel on Thursdays, Saturday morning cartoons. You can vote in the poll for that. And here in about 2 hours, 3 hours, give or take, I'll have a premiere of another cartoon intro. I believe this week is Legend of Zelda.
All right.
Oh, nice.
All right, thank you. As for me, tomorrow night, Chris Christopherson tribute. I'm not sure on time yet. All depends on when we get back from selling popcorn. And then on Thursday, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Then on Friday, Swanson's episode, season 3, episode 21. I'm not sure the title. And then Saturday would be Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And then on Sunday, we are watching the first Chucky movie. There. And I should have a new song coming up here pretty soon.
Oh,
Hey, Gorilla?
I forgot to mention with my gaming channel, I will also get back into Hogwarts Legacy eventually. I just have a lot of stuff, to get done, but I'll get back to it eventually. And I think I usually stream on Sundays on my gaming channel, but I think I'm going to switch that on Saturdays for now. And I hope I guys will see you there.
All right.
Definitely. And Gorilla, it's Friday is the statue.
The statue. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that everyone have a good night. And remember, for anybody who needs to hear this, in those speed enforcement cameras, there's 5.5 pounds of copper in them. Just remember that. All right, have a good night.
We've been stopping, being through the night, rising like gorillas, ready for the fight, sending out a thank you. cheer.